Hey, what's up, fam? All right, we're going live. Getting ready. Just get my stream ready. I'm gonna send out some links, and then we could go through anything that we want to discuss. Talk about, obviously, with these, the anime or the manga anime amalgam things. Talk about everything that went on in the last week. Anything new, anything interesting to talk about. I've got a couple things that I wanted to go over, but at the same time, anything that you guys think you might want to bring up, I'm game for. So let me send out a couple links, send a couple things out to send a couple things out to the internet, see if anyone could wants to show up. So just give me a minute, and then if you end up showing up here and saying hey what's up, I'll hopefully respond. I try to respond to every message that I get. I like chatting with people. I like saying hi. So just give me a uno momento, por favor. Any questions though you have in the meantime, just drop it in the chat box. I will get to it. Just gonna send out a couple more links. I gotta post it a few places. I keep forgetting to post it on Twitter, and I'm like, why do I keep doing that if I'm not gonna? Why even have a Twitter if I'm not gonna remember? It's got a couple spots on Discord. I gotta send it on to. I think I'm about done. That should be good. That should be pretty solid. So, does anyone have anything they want to talk about? Anything interesting that could kind of fall into the last week of things? I know there's been a couple. I want to say interesting and a bit attention drawing things. We got a confirmed new villain spot within Fairy Tail. We got some cool hype up for Future of Eden Zero. We got some very weird decisions from Oda to drop time travel into the mix. I'm so confused by that even still. And we got a bunch of the captains showing back up in Black Clover, which is going to be exciting to see how things go. I'm wondering when we get to the point where we're going to have all the captains fighting at the same time, which ones between that are going to get their own fights and such. I look forward to a lot of stuff coming up on. I picked up a couple more series. I think the only series right now that's bothering me frequently would be Seven Deadly Sins. One Piece it's kind of off and on, and a lot of it is potential salt, not 100%. Seven Deadly Sins definitely after the whole thing with Mills DeRosa kind of falling into a kind of I want to say a pit of why. Just why would you do this? Why would you do this to everything? It's so silly. It's it's so confusing of why you do that to a character who had such importance. And it wasn't like okay, he got beaten in some weird way. It was like in reality he only got to be a small villain for a little bit of time for not even the guy he was supposed to fight. Not even not even his main crew. It was a little bit silly. It was really silly because it wasn't like, for instance, Larcade, who kind of had some. He had reason where he could fight Natsu. He had reasons why he could be more relevant and have a larger spot into the series, but not even close to what Rosa had towards Meliodas, and that's what it kind of made it really weird because he was literally his old rival, lost in the whole relationship business with Meliodas and Elizabeth, all the stuff that you'd think would play really key into the storytelling of the series, but didn't, and that was always such a confusing thing for me. Even though it was pretty recent, it still feels really strange that it kind of cut out like that, and it playing the way it is. Ooh, nice, Mike. I was gonna go to the comic book store today, but I decided to go. I'm gonna go tomorrow, just because I'll have more time, and I wanted to get home and like sit down and relax for a good hour or so before doing the stream. Make a sandwich. I got some snacks right here to keep me company while I go into the stream. If anybody wants to, anyone wants to chat, just start dropping stuff. Otherwise, I can ramble on. I can ramble on forever. I have trouble actually in my videos because I try to keep them relatively under 10 minutes. So I have to try and stay on topic, but obviously in the streams I could just go on forever on anything anyone wants to talk about. I was gonna mute myself and eat this chip. God. Oh, it's Mike. Mike, you got any questions? Anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to talk about right at the top of your head? Just go ahead and ask. I'm gonna eat this chip real quick, but I have my mic. My mic lets me slide the little microphone piece up, and it automatically mutes itself, so I can like when I'm like eating chips, it doesn't like show up inside of the show up in the recording or in the audio, so people don't have to hear me crunch down on something. Yeah, yeah, Mike. I'm pulling a yellow flashathon right now. It's some him some time too. He deserves it. I think it's I'm hoping that once he gets the hours, he can pull in the live stream like super chats and get monetized. Tell you about Gantz. So Gantz is really weird because the story a story it takes a while to explain it to you. Essentially, through whatever circumstances, if you were to say you were driving or you were walking down the street, and I don't know, some crazed guy goes up and he just goes on a killing spree. When you die, there's a chance that you can get kind of recreated by this like weird machine. It look like you're in some dude's apartment and there's just this big black sphere in it, and it gives you kind of like it gives you a second chance to live, and it puts you in like these almost like I'm trying to think like just kind of like a scenario. It's you and a bunch of other people, and they'll be like you got to hunt these monsters, which I'll just tell you are revealed to be aliens, and depending on the alien, it's like a point system, and when you get to 100 points, you could either get out of the game, which then you pretty much just got to relive after what you should be dead. You can revive another person that was killed during it. Like if you had a friend, like if you and I don't know you and Yellow Flash were playing, you guys were in this. He ended up dying, and then you could use the 100 points eventually to revive him, or you could just get like if you enjoyed the thrill of the game, you could get like a special weapon or an upgrade and start over and just keep doing it. What's up, Maverick? How's it going, dude? We're just talking right now. I'm explaining kind of like the base premise of Gantz to Mike Parletti here. Have you ever read Gantz Maverick or watched anything on Gantz? It was a very interesting series. I don't think there's a lot of manga like that because I can't remember the author's name off the top of my head, but he's very weird. He likes to do strange stuff. You don't have any freaking idea where he's gonna take a lot of the stories, and that's one of the things I like about him. And there's a lot of really weird manga that I think, even though obviously I really like battle action shonen stuff, I like a lot of the big mainstream fantasy whatever stuff, all these different ones and all these weekly ones. There's definitely a lot of odd ones that I really like as well that just kind of make you go like, what the fuck? What's going on here? Let me see. Tokyo Teens K and Masaru killed on. So yeah, it's really crazy. I really like Gantz. I thought it was a lot of fun. I read it all in like, I think like 2 or 3 days. It's like it's a lot of small. I think it's like a couple levels. When you if you looked at the like listing like arcs, it'd be like, oh yeah, they're hunting this thing, they're hunting this thing, they're hunting this thing. But it's like pure action, crazy stuff. I'll look that up. Giganta. I haven't seen that. I know he's had that Inuyashiki, which I got into when it came out, and then I followed it for a while, and I just forgot about it because obviously online translations can be a little bit inconsistent when it comes to anything that isn't like a big weekly. You could have like a monthly, and it could be maybe on somebody's list. It's not in high demand, so sometimes it'll come down to the translator just being like whenever they feel like putting it out, whenever they feel like finishing it, versus versus like a chapter of Doctor Stone or something where it's like okay, it's we can be a little bit lax on it, but we still want to get it out because people are going to read it. Versus something like One Piece where they're like, we need to try and translate that fast so we could bring the traffic into our website. Yeah, 600-page omnibuses. That's going to be pretty sweet. You're gonna have a lot to read there. There's a lot of manga. There's so much good stuff out there. So much fun stuff to read, and there's a lot of this stuff that I think that is just like really. not fun. You just never really hear about. People don't really chat about it. There's a lot of the stuff that you find out online in the translation kind of run of things is by is usually by other people like talking about it. Like, how cool is this? It's not the same as the comic book store. You go to the comic book store, you might see something weird sitting on a shelf, and you're like, oh, I might try and check this out. It's not really like that with manga, at least over here in America. It might be in Japan, but not for us over here. Yeah, it's cool. The Art of Doom. I might check that out. Doom's pretty cool. I'm still thinking of whether or not what day I'm gonna watch Venom. I've heard bad things from a couple guys that I trust. When it comes to movies, I've heard a couple dudes I know at work who one dude I just have I have no anything he says about movies I assume is wrong. This is like a dude who's like he'll like explode any single. Oh, that Doom. Oh yeah, I might check that out. Anytime there's any Marvel movie, he's like, "This is the best movie ever," and he liked the Last Jedi and shit. And I'm just like, "No, I can't take your movie advice, never." But there's, I'm gonna give it a chance. At best, Venom will be good. I want it to be good. I'd rather it be good than bad. At worst, I'll have a bunch of things I get to kind of like joke say to Tombo, which will be hilarious. I'm a reporter. I really think it's funny when he does that, when he just makes fun of the freaking weird Eddie Brock Tom Hardy voice. I'm a fan of that. I'm a big fan of that. It's definitely entertaining, and I that's pretty much the only thing that like sold me. Like, all right, I'm gonna go watch this movie is to meme it. Marvel announced there's a Spider-Man manga. And I was, really? Do they know who's gonna? Do they have any idea who's gonna write it? Cause I'm a little bit hesitant in some areas with Marvel's idea of manga. Cause every time they've tried to do manga so far, or anything similar, really anything similar to manga, they it ends up being shitty. They can't do it. And there is a there's an easy way to do the style. You gotta watch a lot of the things that's popular. And sometimes you'll see people do it correctly, and some people can't do it. Like Radiant, Radiant, even though people say like, oh, it's not a manga, it's from France. It's done in a manga style. It's very manga-like. It was good. It was a lot of fun. And if you didn't say, hey, this is done by a guy from France, you'd assume, oh, this is a manga. Same thing what I kind of say about with like with anime. If you watched like Teen Titans, the show, or The Last Airbender show, or Ruby, you if you didn't know that they were made by Americans, you'd think that they are Japanese because it's a style. It's a style that they've learned. It's more of a kind of the fluidity of certain aspects of it, and a lot of the ways that they do like humor scenes. And I don't know, it always kind of felt like to me more of if you can get that method down, then you're good. It'd be like if um, you could call something like Berserk. Berserk is in no way Japanese like. I mean, it's only a manga because it comes out of Japan, but you could easily just call that just a graphic novel. You know? And I'm gonna take a bite of this sandwich. But I don't know. I will give. I'll look at it when it comes out, and then I'm like, I'll give it thumbs up or thumbs down. If they're gonna do, here's a good example. Here's a really good example. Batman Ninja was a really good time of taking a superhero and American property and giving it the anime feel. Like they had like robots and like special techniques. If they're gonna do a Spider-Man manga, I expect them to to go full manga. Same thing. Batman Ninja went full anime on it, and that's what I really liked about it. That was a like the concept of the movie was fun, but the thing that made me really enjoy it is that you could tell that it was supposed to be a anime version of Batman, like it turned out to be. And that's what I want with Spider-Man. I want Spider-Man to have like a couple cool techniques. I want him to have like a couple badass. Give him like a power up for him. Like it doesn't have to be. You don't have to be like, how do you explain this and like how Spider-Man works. Just give him a power-up form and just like give a some weird anime version of it. I think it'd be cool. I think it would fit really well into the what the people who are already manga and anime fans would look into it and say, "Oh, cool, I like this." Yeah, Gold Experience. I've heard bad things, but I'm gonna give it a try. Oh, I just saw they announced Jiraiya DLC for Shinobi Strikers. That's pretty cool. That was one of the things that was like, damn, I can't believe they're not Jiraiya in the game. I see. I want to look at what jutsu he has. I see he's got like the needle hair. I don't remember what it's called, Thousand Needles or something. I wonder if he has any cool Rasengans. I'd have to look at it. But yeah, Venom. I'll give it a try. Justice League also got a manga. Is this an old version or a new version, Maverick? I don't know if I've actually seen that. I'll probably take a look and I'd probably give it a chance. Somebody posted a funny fucking picture on the internet on Twitter. It was like they keep all this freaking the Bowsette thing is pretty hilarious. There was like one of Mario and Mario writing Yoshi of Yoshette. God damn it. Fucking some of these people, I think they're hilarious. I think they're fantastically funny. Nothing but good. I've been hearing nothing but good things. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Maverick. I've heard mixed things. I'm gonna go give it my opinion. I'm gonna go watch it, and then if I like it, I'll say, oh yeah, this is cool. If I don't, I'm gonna say, it's garbage. I'm salty that it's not rated R. It should be rated R. Why wouldn't it be? What was the purpose of keeping it PG-13 other than be like we want to tie it into the MCU? I'm like, no. Why wouldn't it'd be so much better? It'd be so much cooler if instead they tied it into the Deadpool universe. That'd be smarter because then they could be like, oh, the Deadpool. They can have an R-rated universe, and they could have a like a family fun PG-13 universe with the MCU. And that would add a whole new aspect to what they're doing. But they're like, oh, we want to be family friendly, so they're not gonna ever let Deadpool and stuff in. But instead of the Deadpool or the Venom people saying like we should get into that because since it's already like pretty big, they want to get into the stupid MCU and they're gonna tone everything down. It's like because eventually if Venom is successful, they're gonna want to get to Carnage, and Carnage being PG-13 outside of a cartoon like the old Spider-Man cartoon. It's like okay, yeah, it's a cartoon, but you're going movie and you're trying to go dark and like serious, but it's like okay, we're containing to PG-13. You can't do that with Carnage because it won't feel natural. It'll feel really weird. I don't know. It'd be like doing a taking the blood out of a Berserk TV show or movie. I wouldn't agree with it or Spider Side. Could you imagine if they added Attack on Titan to Shonen Jump? They'd have to censor so many things. It's my amazing impersonation of my good friend Spider Side. Oh, also, hang on, let's see. You're missing the bigger picture. If the movie is good, Venom might get added to the MCU and throw hands with Tom Holland. I don't like that though, Maverick. I don't want that to happen because the whole thing is they created this version of Venom to where Spider-Man doesn't exist and it didn't require him to go through Spider-Man first and then get to Eddie Brock. Which I was like, all right, that's weird, but if it's its own cutaway thing, then that's fine. And they could have tied it up to they could have tied it to Deadpool, and then you could have had it rated R. And then you could have then brought in Deadpool fighting something like Venom, which would have been cool, or Carnage, which would have been really cool. Could you imagine like a Carnage suit Deadpool? I feel like I don't know if that's happened before, but regardless, seeing it in a movie would be awesome. But I don't know. It's all kind of like what you would rather see opinion wise. I would rather see him in rated R style thing where it's way more vicious, way more aggressive. That's what I got really disappointed with Suicide Squad initially was it was supposed to be PG-13. And that's one of the things I think that really hurt the movie was the idea of it being PG-13 because it's it's not it's not something that I think should be PG-13 because obviously the whole thing about yeah, Old Man Logan, hey, you could add Old Man Logan in there too or put him all in there. That's the thing about Wolverine is Wolverine was much better when they went R-rated because he's one of those characters that it's weird to put him in PG-13 because the dude's got super metal blade claws sticking out of his hands. How does he not like viciously murder people? And it's not like and a lot of it isn't like fucking anime or manga where you got Zoro who can like I can cut these ships and cut these like mountains and shit, but for some reason, no matter how many times I cut somebody, it doesn't cut them in half. It's like okay, it's set to be in this world with these certain powers and stuff. You could try and argue, but it doesn't make sense in Deadpool versus Carnage. Oh, cool. I'll check that out. I didn't know. I don't know a ton about extended areas of Marvel. Like I don't know. Marvel's never really had too much of my attention. I watched the MCU, but after Infinity War, I'm losing a lot of hope because that was cool. But wait, let's see. Even the new characters in the 100 Year Quest suffer from fan service from that. Well, what's wrong with that, Mercenary? Everyone likes fan service. Like the thing though is Fairy Tail has a lot of fan service on both ends. Like everyone's either walking around with no like Gray is always without his shirt for the ladies and the gay guys. You know anyone who's into that, and you get stuff for for the people who like hot chicks as well. I mean it's just a thing. As long as it's not like teetering away from the main story. Like I don't really care if it was like, hey, let's steer away from all the important stuff to have tits jiggle around. I'm like, no, don't do that. Just have the tits jiggling around while you're talking about the main story. That's even better because then everyone wins. Then everyone wins. Yeah, but what was I going at? Oh yeah, after Infinity War, I'm yeah hunks for Major. Major is a she's the mistress of hunks. Yeah, that's canon actually. But after the MCU, I'm not too interested in what they're gonna do because they led all the way up to Thanos and it was like all these movies and it was almost like you had to watch it. 'Cause you're like, well, I watched all these other movies, I gotta watch this one. It's what it's all leading up to this one. And after this one, it's like they're gonna get rid of all the people that everyone kind of goes to see there. You're not gonna get Iron Man. You're not gonna get Captain America. I'm pretty sure they're gonna get rid of the Hulk. Um, like all the really cool people that you've seen built through these movies. Like obviously they're gonna have to have an end, but I mean look who they're replacing. They're replacing him with Captain Marvel. I mean, and Captain Marvel sucks. And then they're like, yeah, we're also gonna do a Miss Marvel, and we might bring in America Chavez. If they do anything other than the Cena Grace Iceman, I'm gonna riot. I'm like, just you guys are going in far. Bring in the super gay Iceman. Let it happen. I don't care about them right now, Maverick. I'm just gonna let them do their thing. I mean, I can't do anything about it. Is the thing. All I can hope is that the DC movies pick up, or I'm just gonna stop watching a lot of them. Luckily, some of the ones that are kind of fall into the kind of comic cool stuff line that are getting movies are look pretty good. The Hellboy movie looks good. The still haven't watched the second Transform or the second Bumblebee trailer. I'll watch it at some point. Yeah, but um the Hellboy poster looks great. I have a lot of hopes for Spawn. I hope Spawn is cool, but obviously there hasn't been any trailers out for that so far. I actually want to kind of get into Hellboy and like Judge Dredd or something. I think that'd be badass. So at least one more relationship moving forward in the series. Yeah, that's good. I was pretty happy about that Mercenary. I'm glad to see some of this stuff keep going. Yeah, man, Maverick, the Hellboy poster was legit. It was looked so good. Like he's got that cherry red like burning sword. He's looking fucking jacked, just buff as hell. He's got the cool longer like wired out black hair with the elongated horns. He looked awesome. And I'm definitely looking forward to that. I've been thinking for a while like I keep seeing all these sales for Hellboy's comics on Comixology and I want to get them, but I think I'd rather own them physically than digitally. I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of digital stuff. I'd much rather read them physical. Obviously with a manga, I think I'd rather read them digital. I think it's just because I like the format more of getting the single issue. If manga was in single issues, that'd be different. But for when it comes to volumes, I think I'd rather read them uh physically with comics, but digitally for manga. But you know, that's just my opinion. So is there any questions you guys want to throw out there? Anything you else want to talk about before I just start rambling on about whatevers and whatevers? Because I'm trying to like halfway like circulate, keeping the conversation going, but also trying to eat the sandwich. Ask any questions real quick. I'm gonna take a bite out of my sandwich. Gosh, I made a good sandwich. I've been real happy about Well, I haven't eaten any sourdough in a long time, so I got some sourdough, and now it's just that delicious flavor is back, being at like full charge. Instead of when you eat something for too long and you get used to it. Shiggy's team shouldn't show up to Blue Guard with that ship. That ship. So yeah, you can tell like my immediate like the ship. The thing about that ship is I kind of wish that they had, if instead of getting that ship, they instead kind of had it as like a base camp. It was like something that they could kind of go to, and maybe they get an upgrade for the ship they have, which I don't know. I think it's too big and too luxurious to get at the start. I don't know. Well, we'll see. Maybe it'll break at some point after this. It's pretty cool looking. I mean, obviously, when you're doing a big space adventure, you're gonna have want a really good ship. But it's so early, and they already have a really good one. But I guess we don't know how well that spaceship will fare against other people's ships, because that looks like one it looks like a mass produced kind of like. There's a lot of them. Like when we see stuff like a big like probably Elsie's like main ship will probably be like ridiculous. I think they didn't they say that was a storage ship too. Probably it's just gonna be like I don't know whenever when they get crews going along and training on them. That's one of the things I actually really liked in later parts of Rave Master is just kind of seeing them do stuff on the ship. Like Haru's just like standing out like on the deck training, just doing like sword stuff. I thought that was cool. I'd like to see that like way more often within Eden Zero. I actually like that in a lot in one of the panels that I always remember when it comes to Zoro is one of the rooms on the Sunny where I don't remember if it was Sunny or Mary, but when he was like in a room with like a bunch of weights and he was like lifting up like these giant fucking stone plates. I don't remember. I think he was doing a handstand and lifting up with his feet or something, and it was probably a couple thousand pounds. That's just one of those definitive things that I remember about him. I just think it's cool that it'll have like a bunch of rooms on it and shit. They'll have all this fun stuff to discover and kind of lay things out for everybody. Yeah, the Yugi gameplay trailer tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to. I really want to see what his gameplay is. I'm hoping that he's gonna be crazy, and then I can make a up yours video to all of the because I've seen a lot of videos of people being like, haha, Yugi and Jump Force, what is he gonna do? Because they don't actually know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh other than probably like a couple episodes in the anime they saw in like fucking 4 Kids or some shit, you know? I switched to roast beef from ham and turkey. Oh, yeah. Every time I get really into food, I eat it too much and then I get tired of it. But then I switch back to a different thing, and after a while, like I stopped drinking coffee for a while. Now I went back to coffee like last week, and I've been craving coffee all the time, and it's back to being really effective on me. So I'm super wired whenever I have like a good cup. I think we got the base power levels between Elsie and Shiki. Oh, that was it took Shiki all out to beat that parasite, that little bug, and that I guess was like for Elsie considered like super weak. Well, I mean, it's more of a it seems way more of like a idea of she's way higher up on the chain, but nothing definitive of like seeing it. We didn't see her like she's like, "Oh, I could do I've done that with one finger or something." Okay, that's crazy, but or if maybe afterwards you see like she fought an adult one and the adult one is like I don't know 1,000 times bigger or something and does like a bunch of crazy things. It was fun though. I think Elsie's pretty cool so far. I'm looking forward to what she's doing. I'm gonna drop a video probably later today, Mercenary, actually, because I have a lot to say about um the whole shit involving Jalal Justice and Jalal Justice, Mystigan, and Sieg. And actually, I wasn't sure if I wanted to include Magic Illusion into it because he was Hiromishima's original main character in his one shot, but it's not serialized. It was obviously it was a one shot, but I kind of want to tie it in there as well. But for now, I just got a video kind of going over what I think about that specifically because I feel like that could easily be a center point. So I know he plays the Bravely games like Bravely Default, Bravely Second, and hopefully one day I'll get a freaking third one. But there's a character in there who you meet different versions of him throughout like timelines and shit. Maybe we could get that soon too, you know? That'd be fucking crazy. Fonzel's cool. I'm looking forward to the anime mating the light novel because we didn't get that in the manga at all, and I don't even know the contents of it because I haven't been able to read it because I don't speak Japanese and I can't read Japanese, and it never came to America. So I've been hoping that it was gonna get tied into the anime, and it looks like it is. So that'd be pretty cool. And I'm wondering how long exactly they're gonna take it and span it out because the whole thing with the whole thing with this arc, I'm as a they're gonna tie it in, and it's like 30 chapters or so, and I'm hoping that they get it's like half of the season is here through like the novel and the witch's forest, or they can easily stretch it out into the whole season. I think there's a bunch of areas in the witch's forest that they could go deeper into the events of Vanessa's story, into her interaction or first interaction with Yami and all that, as well as like give it maybe just have a couple more fight scenes. You could easily get an episode out of each of the characters there getting their own like little fight, which would be cool. What's up, Carl? Hinky Pen is a new subscription service for Nintendo. Mango's on the go. Oh, they got manga on there, Mike? Really? I have to look that up. I didn't know that. I thought I've heard about it. I don't really know anything about it. I just knew that they had something. Hang on, where's my Switch at? Let me plug my Switch in and see. I don't know if it's charged. It sits right here next to my desk, so yeah, it's definitely dead. So let me plug it in and I'll check it out. Yeah, I'll look at it. Let me just plug my Switch in. I'll wait a little bit for it to get juiced up, and then I'll turn it on, and I'll pull up the app and see if it's got anything on there that I'm interested in. What kind of stuff do they got on there? Anything in particular? Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm gonna look into that, Carl. It's pretty cool. I think a lot of people are realizing the full force of how big manga is like worldwide. Because one of the things that bothers me with a lot of magazines over in Japan is I think that they only take into account how popular it is in something in Japan. You could easily have, for instance, a manga it doesn't do too well in Japan, but maybe it does really well view wise in America or even any country really. So maybe like when you put out the first volume, see where it would be most interested in, and then check it out. I think that'd be um, more beneficial to the expansion of series and to build a wider audience as well, grabbing some more people, and just all around expand manga. Because one of the things that manga is doing better than like so ridiculously than comics is the variety without everything having to be tied together. Because I always thought that was kind of like the biggest con and pro of Marvel and DC is that all their stuff is tied together. So, well, a majority of their stuff is tied together. So it's like cool. You get all this cool character interactions, and you can see stuff from certain stories like affect other stories and stuff. But at the same time, it's like God, it can get so expensive and so taxing. You know. Let's see. What else? Do you think we'll have to wait to see the Diamond Kingdom in appearance? Probably be a little bit stretched out. I think it depends. I don't know what the conflict is. Mercenary in the novel where they meet Fonzel. Or I'm gonna have to wait and figure that out. I don't know what events really happened in particular that led to everything and led to Fonzel joining up with the Clover and those two witches that hang out with him. You know, think about not reading long running. Why not? New Dawn Horizon. Like long running manga is fun. I like because you see a lot of really good growth moments and a lot of stuff that can turn into really good legacy moments. Like for instance, that scene in Boruto in the anime when Boruto forms that little Rasengan and then Naruto puts a bunch of his chakra in it, and you see the scenes of different people like affecting like pretty much the Rasengan itself as Naruto and Boruto raise the Rasengan in the air and it gets bigger. I think that's one of the best done like passing the torch moments because you see the culmination of everything that's kind of touched into and then passed on to this next generation. And it doesn't feel well if it's in something like a short series, like if you guy had a bunch of short series all tied together. It works in big stuff, and I think big stuff that's one of their things they could do well. Like like do you have something like maybe something like I used my best example of Boruto right off the bat, so it hurts. But it could have done well in Dragon Ball when Kira Toriyama wanted to switch it to Gohan being the main character. But unfortunately, even though he set it up well, the fan base didn't react well to it, so obviously he had to switch out of it. But at the same time, when it am I caught up with the Boruto manga? Yeah, I am. The manga I'd rather read because it doesn't have all that filler, but what they did with that fight scene and a bunch of the symbolic moments during that fight with Momoshiki was fantastic, and I think it was one of the best events in Naruto ever. In the Kishimoto uh, universe of things, you know. I see graphic novels are coming available all over the world, including yes, comic books, manga, European comics. You can read both your favorite titles on Switch, handheld, or in TV mode. I'll check that out. I'm down. I'm charging up my Switch right now, Mike. I'm gonna look at that. More variety in genres in Western comics wouldn't hurt. Yeah, because almost all of them try to do superheroes, and I think that's part of the problem. Because those superheroes are popular right now. Some people are tired of superheroes and they don't want to see them because there's just so much of it. And then there's so many superhero comics now also in Marvel and especially in Marvel and in DC that are just like junk. And why would you want to read them? It just ends up being boring. Long running manga become bad sometimes. Just look at One Piece's problem is Oda doesn't plan shit out, and so he just repeats stuff. But that problem doesn't happen. That didn't happen in Fairy Tail. Even when Bleach kind of did it with like crossing over the Soul Society arc to the Wako Mundo arc, it did it in a bunch of different ways, and it felt fresh. And that's what I really liked about some of the things of Bleach is when you could do some of the same things, but at the same time, it doesn't feel the same by the way that Kubo handles it, which is cool. One Piece is coming close to an end. Yeah, I think it's like 80% or something. You probably get another 4 or 5 years, and then One Piece will kick rocks and call it good. I think there was another interview, Yuki Tabata interview. I'll have to check that out. I wonder what he has to say about things. And now that people are starting to give his manga the recognition that it deserves, getting it a lot more attention, uh, upping his sales, which is pretty cool. I've been real happy about that recently. Any couple second silence is me just like eating a chip or taking a bite of my sandwich. Sorry for the awkward part. I agree, Maverick. I hope a lot of people have been giving me shit about that. I'm like these guys I'm gonna call it are gonna be the next big three. Something that I do want to know is that I'm hoping the thing that will kind of make them different is Jujutsu Kaisen will get really popular, and then they could have like a quartet instead of a trio, which would be really interesting as well. I think that would kind of give it its own flavor to its generation on top of the differences of the series as well. Because one of the things I really like about Kimetsu no Yaiba right now is that it has some aspects that remind me of Bleach, but at the same time they're setting stuff up that I think it will be better. Like the fact that he's already kind of stated how there's already been kind of references to the fact that there's been other places in the world they like showed I think a honey badger in one point or something like a ferret. I don't remember what exactly it was, and as well as there was a part where one of the villains, one of the upper moons, I think it was Upper Moon 5, was speaking French. So obviously France exists, and you could do other types of exorcists. You could do other countries, kind of like mythological demons and stuff. And I think that would make it a lot more interesting. I think that's one of the things that Bleach was hurt with, and that they could easily improve on and expand with Burn the Witch. But we'll have to wait and see exactly where that goes. It's all a matter of time. Bleach is the only one really out of the big ones that ended that doesn't have a follow up because now the sequels are starting to do really well. You got Dragon Ball Super, Boruto, Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest, but no Bleach yet. Potential with Burn the Witch or one starring Ichigo's son, but we don't really know though. And it's not like you couldn't have that with Bleach. Okay, there's the fact that hollows are gonna keep forming. Just have a hollow or have another villain from somewhere else in the world show up. There's got to be a bunch more stuff they could do, you know? A Black Clover movie. They could make one out of the video game. The video game is I haven't put the video out yet. I have it done, upload. I just have it set to private. That they're doing a manga adaptation of the story mode in Quartet Knights, and they could have done a movie out of it. Like there's a lot of cool stuff in there. There's a lot of parts to it that feel like it would fit right well into a movie. How it's like it kind of takes place in the world. You don't know if it's canon, but it doesn't need to be canon, but it could be canon if you want. Stuff in it makes sense. There's a bunch of cool parts, so I look forward to that. Oh, there's novels of Bleach Maverick, and I think they're canon, but I don't think they. I think they're only novels, and they don't come to America, so which is really unfortunate. So I can't read them. I don't know New Non Horizon. I've always been confused at that. I've always been confused at the whole novel thing of things that, especially when it's either especially when it's canon, especially when it's canon that ties into stuff and like how am I supposed to know these things? How are the people who can't read this novel supposed to know about the gaps, know about what happened in between arcs to kind of create whatever the situation is to spawn any important plot points that you would only get if you read the novel. You're on the Thousand Year Blood War. Yeah, Bleach is fun. Bleach gets a little bit weird at points, but at the same time, I really like Kubo's art style. I really liked his character designs. I really like some of the powers he does. I mean, other people like one of the things that about us, if you compare something like, oh, the Quincy's to the I don't know Big Mom Pirates or something. Big Mom Pirates are almost all shitty except for Katakuri is the only one that wasn't like a big disappointment. And meanwhile, almost all of the Stern Raiders are really cool. Almost all of them had cool designs. Almost all of them had cool powers. Only the couple of them didn't feel intimidating, and that's one of the cool things about them. And one of the cool things I like about Kubo's characters is he doesn't make even close to as many characters, but he keeps them to where all of them are noteworthy and really cool and fun to see. That's one of the things I prefer for like Bleach to One Piece, you know. Maverick in Radiant. There's a bunch of there's a bunch of characters that I'm sorry, I had something in my throat. There's a bunch of characters in it that I don't know exactly by name because it was in French. I translated some stuff before, but with the anime coming out, I just stopped because obviously I'd rather just wait and then figure out the anime. Grim is gonna be really cool. Grim is badass. You'll like him. You can see him in the trailer. He's like all bandaged and he wears like this really cool like witch hat. And the whole thing about him is he's a hemophiliac. He doesn't like blood, but he's like he's like a super badass. He has this massive weapon. You'll see a couple episodes in, so look forward to that. Like, and then Dragonov, the archer guy. I think he's a captain within the Inquisition. That dude's really cool. I really I need to see who's voicing some of the characters and Dragonov especially because he's an interesting, funny guy. And then one of the other ones I can go by name is I think he's a general, General Torque, which is this dude who's got this badass sword. The name Torque is cool, not Torque. Torque, like Torque on a fucking on a car or some shit. I don't. I fucked myself up talking about vehicles. I'm like, oh shit, I don't know anything about vehicles. Think we'll eventually do a video about Black Asta? Maybe because the whole thing is it's pretty self-explanatory. I think I'm gonna wait until him eventually maybe getting like a rage mode because at some point the creature in his grimoire is going to um it's eventually going to have like a takeover moment like something like Aetherius Natsu. Nine Tails Naruto, Hollow Ichigo, or anything. What fall anime are you planning to watch? I'm definitely gonna watch Fairy Tail, Goblin Slayer, and Radiant, and then I'm gonna look around for other stuff. Those are the ones that are for sure though. I have to peer around and figure out what else is kind of gonna be on the regular. Yeah, that kind of torque, Mike. It's a cool dude. He's got like this big fucking broadsword. I mean, he just looks badass. He's got like this like long red hair. Dude looks intense. And I haven't gotten to some of the top people in Radiant. I know that General Torque is up there, but I know he's not he's not one of the like super big shots. I think he's the fact he's a general, so he's pretty much kind of like what the admirals are in One Piece, or he's like really high up there in rank, but he's not like I'm the boss. He's like he probably takes direct orders from like some of like the boss people. But Radiant comes out on Saturday, I believe. Which so I look forward to that. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. I long and eagerly await to see some of the reactions of the people online and figure out what exactly they have to say about Radiant and if whether or not it's gonna be positive or negative. I'm hoping people will kind of watch it and see the similarities yet the differences between a Japanese anime and a French one because it's definitely gonna have a lot of shonen aspects to it because the dude is like he wanted to keep some homage to the genre since he's probably was pretty honored getting in and it does deter away and kind of become its own thing like a lot of manga do after a bit but that's gonna be cool. Do you think that this will be Noelle's first one-on-one fight where she defeats her opponent? I don't know if it's gonna be a one-on-one. Another elf would have to show up because Nozzle's right there. He's in there and he's gonna be the obvious more powerful person. I think that Noelle's gonna be useful because there's one of the things about it is Noelle. I don't know if Noelle could beat it. Noelle beating almost any of the elves was kind of silly because obviously the elves have almost all been portrayed as being pretty big like threats. I don't think any of them were like, yeah, you're nothing, unless they were like already defeated by the time they showed up, and it was just like, oh, somebody's fighting else. But I think she's going to be useful. I think she's going to have a big key point in this fight. The reason I'm fine with Zora, if he 1v1's an elf, is because he's not at all a power level kind of person. He's way more strategic, and as long as he can outthink his opponent and set up the right moves, he can defeat them. Which is the cool thing about him. Obviously, with certain things, they're gonna fall into things like characters being too fast for him, having attacks that will kill him in one shot, or even just take him out in one shot. But as long as he's able to get some of the his spells off, he'll be fine. And I'm hoping it's also when we see like whenever his first like big spell is, because usually when a lot of the characters in the series they'll get like their first like plus spell in the series, the first one that they learn after being introduced, and a lot of them seem to be like big ones. So I'm hoping it'll be Zora's, but not kind of deter away from what his character style is, because he's a whole strategic based fighter. I want it to be like he can block attacks, but it absorbs it, and then he could build up that kind of like quantity of power over time. That's if someone launched like if he was fighting Magna threw like I don't know the course of 50 fireballs throughout a fight, and if if Zora absorbed fucking 25 of them with the spell, then he could drop an attack that has the collective force of 25 of them at once, which would be pretty cool, but also fit his guy. Where do you think Marileona is currently? Oh, she's recovering. She has to be recovering. She got all fucked up. I think she'll show up during that like She's either gonna show up during the last kind of areas with the captains when they're like probably all gonna fight um, licked and more than likely lose, or she's going to be one of the people that I think she's gonna be unconscious for the rest of the arc, and then once they when I believe I think they're gonna have to retreat, and once that happens, I think that she is going to kind of like be leading the team of whoever's with her Asta and probably Zora and whoever else, and maybe train them, make them stronger, and then lead into whatever the following arc is, and just be the be the scout mother in everything. Keep everyone on lock, but still kind of get things going. I really like Marileona. She's pretty badass. God, the bot will make me so sad if he kills her off. I hope not. I enjoy every time she does anything in the series. I think she's a lot of fun, really. So we'll see exactly what happens because obviously the last time we saw her, she was resting, she was unconscious, and Nozzle was using that magic tool he had that kind of like speeds up recovery process. Sub or dub, it really depends. It completely depends on what the series is. Because some dubs have way better dub, and some subs are amazingly better. Cause we're gonna might run into something like Goku's English voice actor versus his Japanese voice actor, where his Japanese voice actor sounds like Donald Duck after inhaling a bunch of helium, or uh, you get something like a dub that changes things drastically. What is that, Gohan Gal or whatever? Ridiculous stuff. But at the same time, some I think might just be more fun. At the end of the day, I'll probably pick manga over both. You know. Uh, this is a smaller week for the stream. I mean, what happens? Jeez. This week is going a lot stronger. I don't know. I think a lot of people that usually show up are just not online. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe they'll show up later. I'm gonna be going for a bit. Probably a little bit. I'd say probably about as long as last week. So what am I like? I think I'm almost at an hour. Yeah, 50 minutes. I'll probably go for like 2.5 to 3 hours maybe. At that point, I don't think anybody right now is entirely on that I could bring in. I'll try and check, see if anybody wants to come and hang out with us. Come and join in the conversation of everything. Make it a little bit more spicy, as they say. Let me just at somebody I know. See if they'll come in and chit chat. Yeah, so just any more questions? You just keep firing them off. I'll answer what I can. Honestly, there are a few examples of dub being vastly superior, like Cowboy Bebop's case, or like Code Geass. I think Lelouch's voice is much better in the English version, and there's always going to be some things that are just way better in either version. Really, there's going to be better voice actors for either of them, but it also comes down to personal opinion, and obviously in the large scheme of things, very much of whatever you prefer. I don't know how some people can be like, man, I love. Sorry, I don't know how some people can be like, man, I love Goku's Japanese voice. Will I be inviting more people in the stream? Right now it's a couple of specific people, but eventually I'm gonna like take callers and stuff. Probably not on this one. The manga anime amalgam streams are kind of a very specific ones of bringing in people for going over all the contents the last week, mostly manga Q&As, and then I have the chatter streams, which are more of we talk about whatever. It's much more of like a bullshit talk about stream, and I don't care who shows up. You can come in as long as you don't be problematic. As long as you don't come in and cause issues, it'd be like, yeah, come on in, come hang out, do whatever. No, that's what the chatter streams are really for. This is the one, the weekly kind of roundup stream with the manga anime amalgam. It is much more of a trying to be more serious, trying to keep everything focused to what the topic is, trying to keep everything much more for for the channel as a manga and anime channel, whereas the chatter ones are more of like the social one. We're much more about chatting. Well, we see more Giants show up, of course. We haven't even seen all of the Diablos or the Dragon Eaters Guild. We're gonna see a lot more of those. I'm hoping the last one, whoever their leader is, like some super crazy looking dude. He's maybe like some, I don't know, fucking Hell Dragon or something crazy, something absolutely crazy. The Arrow Manga Sensei anime ran on Crunchyroll in 2017, and now will bring you in manga form. Oh, Arrow Manga. What are you? Arrow Manga? No. What are you doing? That's a lewd one. That's like, isn't that about a? That's about a dude who's like 12-year-old sister was super into like drawing like lewd commissions online. I think that's what it's about. I don't know. I tried it once and I was like, I don't know if I can get into this. It was like it had some funny parts, but at the same time, it was like I had to look over my shoulder and make sure no one would see me read this, otherwise they might think I'm a fucking weirdie. I'm not that weirdy, just a little bit. Updating my Switch right now, so hopefully this goes. Oh, I gotta let it charge, otherwise it won't update. Whatever. Do you think we'll see Kuma again? Isn't Kuma dead? I thought he was dead. Hang on. I thought the real Kuma died. I thought that was the whole point. And then that you just never see him again. Also, what happened to the white ones? Weren't the white ones a thing? Was that in film Z, I think? And then they just never showed them again? I'd have to look it up, but I don't really know. Hold on, I'm gonna see if this guy wants to come on and chitter chatter. Hmm. Oh, hey, see you later, Mike. I'm gonna be streaming for a while if you wanna come chat. This will be going a bit. I just wanted to. I don't know. I for some reason I think this week it seems a little bit light. I don't know why. I think it's because there was a lot less big events this week, or maybe people are just hanging out and they're just not showing up. I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna keep going as long as people got more stuff to talk about. As long as people are here to chat, they wanna see what we got to say. They got stuff they want to know, or stuff they just want to discuss. That's fine with me, you know. Hmm. New Dawn. I have a couple. I read a couple things from DC still. It's starting though to wane down because I've been real. With the whole thing of something like the Robbie Rodriguez scandal, and he's just still somehow works there. It really got me salty at DC Comics. But there's still some stuff that they're putting out that I want to read. But it'll be a while until a point where I can cut it off. Like a lot of them I've been um, there's a good amount of stuff I've been abandoning. Like and then some stuff that I do like that they ended, like Blue Beetle ended, and I'm like, okay, fucking great, fantastic. And then I finished like the Wonder Woman story with the where she fought the Dark Gods, and then I'm just like, all right, I'm calling it good here. I don't need to read any further. I don't want to freaking see any of the G Willow Wilson destroy the character and whatnot. I thought about getting into Aquaman, but it's like, oh, cool. Gail Simone is gonna write fucking Aquaman. Isn't that wonderful? Fucking stupid. It looks like we'll be seeing Lavia next chapter. Do you think we're gonna see her for sure? Where are you getting your information from? I think we'll see her soon, but are you sure it's gonna instantly be next chapter? That'd be pretty cool. I want to see what I want to see. No, because they're fighting in the next chapter. They're gonna fight that E4 chick at the end of the chapter. They're gonna they're gonna have a bout and figure out what exactly is going on. Maybe this is. I was saying like I think this might be the Juvia S character. Maybe their team's version of Urza, kind of like the older sister character or older person. Because they still need to get a full team right now with only three. I think they definitely need at least one more on the team. One to two more, I'd say, is good. I don't know. I don't know if Lavia will show up because she's kind of like a rival right now. She's she's Rebecca's rival. I don't know if they would have her kind of like tag along this early in the series until something happens where she's like, well, hang on, let's do a collab or some shit where they really have to team up, or there's some secret means behind there. Because it would have to be a bit before Rebecca really feels fun being around her, because she clearly just doesn't like her in general. Looks are from DC's the New Age of Heroes stuff. Yes, the New Age of Heroes are good. I still only read the two annuals actually. Now that I think about it. Hold on, I'm gonna eat a little bit more of my sandwich. Yeah, I like Silencer. I've been enjoying Sideways. The Sideways one, the last chapter, I thought was actually really chapter issue was actually really good. I like the weird ass designs of some of the characters, and kind of what they're doing of more of giving giving a lot more oddity to the series. I'd say a lot more oddity to some of the main stuff. I know there's always odd stuff out there, but I like how it's tying into some of the newer people, and it's like branching into the main people. Like I really like Justice League Dark when you had that upside down man guy was like fucking with the page while he was fighting Wonder Woman. I thought that was really cool. Like he was beating up Wonder Woman, and then he like started to crease the panel they were in, which is really cool. Yeah, that's the thing I like about Shiki Mercenary. I like how he's just always like under the assumption, like, yeah, I think it's I said you're my friend, so you're my friend now, and they're just like, fuck off, and he's like, that's not nice, buddy. That's not what friends do. And they're all just like, get the hell out of here. What are you doing? Shiki's pretty funny. I like his awkwardness. It's not annoyingly awkward like some authors will do with the character, but at the same time it's funny and it's entertaining. And I hope it's not forever kind of like that, because obviously he's still gonna the whole thing now where it kind of works is he's not educated on a lot of the outside kind of world, everything off Grand Valley. He doesn't have any real social skills with other humans, but that can change. Like it easily change with his character, and that could be pretty cool. I'm wondering what the whole like reborn thing with Mother is gonna kind of play into things, and what exactly is significant about Shiki, because I was thinking maybe that he was somebody important that was reborn when Ziggy, like, I can't believe his name is Ziggy, Demon Machine King Ziggy went and found Mother, but apparently he didn't find her, so obviously that kind of hurts the whole idea. Or maybe she went and said take him and leave, and like he never even officially met her, and he maybe Shiki was somebody important that died and then had to be reborn. I don't know. Let's see. What's your favorite DC animated movie so far? I don't know. I really like the first Justice League one. Justice League, is it War? I have to look. I really like that one where they fight Darkseid. I just like seeing all the characters kind of meet for the first time in that universe. I thought that was really cool. Because one of the things I really like about crossovers is I like interactions. Like characters don't you don't need to have power levels like somehow be the same. You don't need to have them either equal up or be different or what. As long as the character interactions are fun, because that's the thing that I really like the most when seeing like two characters or more kind of meet up that we would otherwise never see. I mean, what do you think? What is your kind of opinion? What's your favorite one? I also really like the Justice League versus Teen Titans one. I thought that was really cool. I actually really liked Damian Wayne. He grew on me. I thought he got really cool after a while. And the whole thing about it is you got to kind of understand why exactly he's like that, and notice that he's trying to get better. I think that he realizes how fucked up some of the things he does are. Now his responses to certain things might not be appropriate, and he tries to kind of correct himself on everything and try and better himself constantly, but at the same time he's still being himself because he knows he keeps things very analytical. He keeps things very kind of thought out and processed, and sometimes that's good, but sometimes that's bad. Hmm. I'm waiting for some people to get online to have a conversation in here as well in the Discord I'm in, but it looks like everyone's gone right now. I don't know what happened today. Oh, I'm probably just gonna unmute my. Maybe it's. I'm in one of the channels. I'm gonna unmute myself so I can hopefully have somebody show up, see that I'm over here talking to myself. They're gonna probably think that I'm crazy. I don't know. I hope not. Maybe they'll think that I'm just a weirdie. That's good enough. Good enough. You see. We'll see how things go though. Uh, what do you think about the recent Titans trailer? Well, no, it's just Titans. They're not even Teen Titans. I don't really care for it. I haven't watched the newest one. I gotta watch the newest one still. I'm gonna give the show a try. I don't have a lot of faith in it. I don't have a lot of belief that it's gonna kind of hold up and be its own. Like even get close to the show or even the animated ones of the movies. It's just not. I don't like a lot of the ideas that they're doing. A lot of the stuff they're doing, I think, is silly. I think that they made a lot of bad casting decisions. I think that the fact that they're like, let's make Starfire instead of being an orange alien, let's make her look like a ghetto black chick. Like, no, stop. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Ugh, whatever. Just do your thing. I'll just sigh and let things kind of truck on by. I can't. I don't have any influence there. I'll just wait. Young Justice season 3, I think is gonna be awesome. I look forward to that. It's definitely gonna be a watch for me. I'm already on the DC streaming service. I already watch. I already started watching Static Shock, which is great. I'm waiting for them to add some more of their shows. I'm gonna watch this, and then I'm probably gonna watch Batman Beyond or Justice League or something. I think they have. I don't know if they just have Justice League, or if they also have Justice League Unlimited. We'll see. Oh, I really want to. I want to relive some of these shows. It was awesome. I had a lot of fun going through them in the long ago times. It'll be hella fun to see where how they go. But hmm, what about Into the Spider Verse? No, I'm not gonna watch that. I don't like that the animation styles for a bunch of the characters look different. I think it looks weird. I don't like the fact that freaking Gwen Stacy has that mental illness haircut with the weird shaved side of the head and really long on one side. And I don't like that one of the directors is like a big Antifa supporter. That was a big kind of like, yeah, I'm not supporting this. Don't have fucking people like this around, or at least don't be public about it, because it's just such a turnoff to know that that guy's involved. It seems he's just a bad guy. I just can't deal with it. But you know, whatever. I'm not gonna stop people from watching it. I don't really care enough to watch it already, because I don't really care for Miles Morales. I don't. I'm not a huge. I'm not much of a big Spider-Man guy. I could watch like some of the shows, but I'm not gonna go to theaters to watch a non-tie-in Spider-Man movie. Like if I'm gonna watch a Spider-Man movie, I'm gonna go to watch one that at least ties to the other movies or kind of like steps forward of what I've already seen, so at least I don't have to figure out how everything goes in this version and try and learn all this new stuff. I'd rather be like, okay, Tom Holland he's going to fucking overseas for I don't know what reason, and he's gonna go fight Mysterio for some reason. Okay, cool, whatever. I'm probably not gonna watch that one in theaters either. I'm not gonna watch a lot of the upcoming Marvel movies in theaters. I just don't. I don't want to. I don't give it a shit enough to give them my time. I'll give them Doctor Strange, and then probably the next. I don't even know if I'm gonna watch the next Avengers 100%. I'm kind of turned away by the idea of like they set up Thanos pretty well. Like he's entertaining. He doesn't seem too much like the villain. He seems actually more like the good guy, even though what he's doing is kind of crazy. But at the same time, I don't want to see Captain Marvel just show up and be like, all right, and she just beats the crap out of him. That's gonna be a real turnaway for this series. I think that's gonna I think that's gonna make it way less interesting to kind of on a story level kind of wise, because then she's gonna hurt the characters of everything, because you have all these guys who have gone through the Mysterio casting. I don't really have any negative or positive things to say about the Mysterio casting, but when you think about it, you see when you see Iron Man in Avengers movie, right? You see him in Infinity War, and you see that he's got this crazy suit that can like create weapons, anything he can think of via like telepathically linked like nanomites, and it's like that's freaking crazy. Well, how does he do it? And then you keep in mind that this is like suit like 70 or something that he's had in the movies, and he's constantly like literally his hobby when he's not doing his shit is he's creating new stuff. He's inventing and thinking of new aspects to tie into the suit to make it better. And you see that over time kind of lead up to something like that. Or you get something like all the events from the other movies, and then Thor Ragnarok, and then now Thor's doing all this shit to get a new weapon, and he gets Stormbreaker, or Spider Man's even after his one movie, he's got the Iron Spider suit, And you got all these characters, Doctor Strange after his movie, and he's learned all this crazy magic, and he's another thing. I don't get how he's not the strongest in that whole group. But then Cap Marvel's gonna show up and be like, all right, we got somebody that's now we can fight him. We can fight Thanos now. We just brought in somebody who punches really hard and has no physical or facial emotions. It's gonna be silly because why? How is she instantly showing up and being better than everybody else? If she's just physically strong, like I know she has like her little energy beams and she can like I can redirect energy and I'm really strong and fly. Like what reason are you gonna have the Hulk in there? The Hulk's already proven he's not even close to physically strong enough to fight Thanos, and Thanos can also just martial arts the crap out of him. If Captain Marvel is enough to fight Thanos, then why the living hell are you going to need the Hulk? What's going to be the purpose of having the Hulk if you already have somebody who's physically stronger and just better in all aspects? Like, what are you going to get? Like, oh, Hulk's strong. Like, well, Captain Marvel then gets to be stronger and she could fly and she could fuck with energy beams. Why would you need Hulk? It's and it takes it takes this character that's been built up through all these other movies and built up through all this time and all this different aspects on him, and it throws him away. It throws him in the trash, and the only reason that you're doing it is because you want to bring in this lame character. And it's different with villains because the whole point of the villain is you got to bring in one that's better in some way to the previous one, or just different in a way that's for the main character or the heroes or whoever, different in a way that kind of puts them on edge and makes it difficult for them. But if you're just gonna be, hey, it's the exact same character as the last one, just more powerful, then it's just like, well, why don't you just have that same character become more powerful instead of bringing a brand new one? I mean, you already got this old one. You're already attached to him. You already got all this stuff about him. Like, just bringing somebody better, and that's all they are, more powerful. Because Captain Marvel has a lame backstory too. She's got nothing about her is that interesting. Hulk's got a pretty good backstory. He's got a really cool thing to him. He's like he gets the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets, but it also he has trouble controlling it at that point. Oh my God, full custom hot dog. How's it going? Let me turn on the sound so they can hear you in the
Yeet.
stream. I was just
No
talking
worries.
about the idea of Captain Marvel in the MCU and how it would pretty much make the Hulk useless just to bring in a character who's like just physically stronger than him. Because then what is the Hulk gonna do?
Another beefcake.
Just be Beefcake. He'll be eye candy.
Yeah,
Mercenary.
then they'll have to fight beefcake to beefcake.
They'll have a pose off actually. I think. Mercenary. I thought the new opening was all right. I did really like the new ending song. I thought it was a lot better than the opening. The opening I was like, it's all right, but I did like the ending a lot. I thought they were cool. Yeah. What do you think about that? The idea of like that after all like the what is it like 8 or 9. Hey, what's up, JK Network? How's it going, dude? What do you think after the like 8 or 9 or however many MCU movies of like developing all the characters? Like how many suits Iron Man's gone through that lead him up to his like nanotech suit and Stormbreaker, Thor, and all this to just bring in Captain Marvel and have her default be better than everyone else? I think it's lazy. I think it's kind of stupid and it kind of like I think it kind of demeans everything all the other characters went through.
Captain Marvel's a surprising choice anyway. They kept talking for Black Widow for years and years about giving her her own movie,
Yeah.
and then nope, Captain Marvel. Sorry.
Well, I wish they just did a Storm movie. I still wish they
Yeah,
would just do a Storm movie. 'Cause Storm's cool. She's got cool powers. She's got a good backstory. She ties into the X-Men really well, and then that's a good way to bring in the X-Men. That would be cool if you just had Storm, kind of like you had Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, and then at some point they're like, okay, we're in trouble, and Storm's like, hey, let me call in some guys I know, and a bunch of the X-Men members show up. That would have been pretty cool. It
yeah.
was,
I
it's,
wonder what the deal was for them to be able to get their own Quicksilver,
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, and then they just immediately killed him off, and he got like
which
killed.
was I
He got
thought was
killed by a
dumb.
bullet, and then he's Quicksilver. Like, come on.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I couldn't believe it.
That'd be like if the Human Torch, like he got died from I don't know a house fire.
He got died.
He got died. JK
Yeah, right.
Network. Yeah, JK Network. I think Toka will be her own arc villain. She a cray bitch from what I can tell. There's a series called That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Oh, I've seen that. I haven't read it yet, Mercenary, but I know of it. It's definitely one of the ones. There's one where a guy is reincarnated as a slime, and there's one where a dude dies and then he's reborn as a sword, which I'm kind of confused on, and I wanna look into that because the premise is really weird. Some of the isekai stuff get really creative, which I like. Do you know what isekai is, hot dog?
No, I feel like I've heard you say that a few times though. Wait,
Isekai.
it's like a fan cannon.
Wait, what? It's like a. Did you say a fan
It's
cannon?
like fan cannon. Like it's the cannon amongst the fans.
No, that's head canon. No,
Oh,
isekai is like it's like it became this genre because it randomly blew up like a year or two ago, where through whatever circumstance a character will either die and reborn into another world or be transported into another
that's
world.
right.
Yeah, back at it again, full custom
But
hot dog.
that's not actually like canonical in the stories, right? It's just like
Well, it's there. No, it's a genre now. It's its own thing now.
it's weird.
It is weird, but there's some that are very unique with it. Like there's one where a dude is reborn as a sword, and he's like watching this adventure story take place purely from the standpoint of the sword, which is
Okay, that's kind of cool.
yeah. There's a bunch that are really interesting and really funny, and there's like one where one that I read where one of the side characters is like an isekai character, and she's always trying to explain exactly what happened, and nobody believes her. They just think she's fucking weird.
Hmm.
There's a bunch of cool ones. There's one actually that that there's a couple that existed before the genre kind of exploded. There's one called Mar, which is it's cool because like all the characters are based off of like old like storytell characters. Like one of the chicks is just Dorothy from is she's literally if Dorothy and one of the witches from fucking from the Wizard of Oz did the fusion dance and became the same character. There's one dude who's just Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk, and his weapon is a shovel.
That's weird. Is it good?
It is good. It's a very good like if you were to introduce somebody into like the whole like big action manga stuff because it's like 95% just characters like in a fighting tournament beating each other up and getting cool powers and stuff. It's very simplistic but it's fun and it's pretty short. It's only like 150 issues or something. You could read it all in like a day or so.
Are there monster girls?
There are some monster girls. There's also evil Loli.
Fantastic.
That's what's
You've
up.
piqued
Ha
my
ha ha.
attention.
What's the next? Oh,
At,
mercenary. This
at
guy.
first you had my curiosity, but now you have my full attention.
I believe you. Mercenary wants to know. Mercenary. I didn't know if you know the full custom hot dog. The other guy in here. Well, besides now Walter, he's the one I did the review with. You should check his channel out. I'll post a link. You should subscribe to him. He's got pretty good movie reviews. And he's doing Halloween movies this month, which is I look forward every day to watching one of the full custom hot dog movie reviews. Here on post it. You
Oh
should
shit,
check.
Thanks,
dude.
buddy.
I didn't
Yep,
know you were streaming.
I am streaming. Luckily, you didn't say anything crazy.
Not yet. It's still early.
Yeah,
It's early.
You
DJ
can't
Weenie
get
hasn't
too
showed up.
crazy. It's not a pinball stream.
Yeah,
That's
That
when
is
it
true.
gets really buck wild.
yeah,
That
Mercenary,
is
check out
very
that
true.
guy's channel. We're gonna be doing. Did we decide what if
I think
100%?
we were talking
The,
Friday
no,
or no
I have to work
Saturday.
Friday, Saturday probably.
Saturday.
You want? We're doing the Death Note movie, the live action one.
I may not be able to do Saturday. I will let you know. But yes, we'll do live action Death Note.
Either that or Sunday. I
Worst
got.
case scenario, Sunday.
Yeah, I also got Monday off because it's Columbus Day.
Yeah, but then that's the next week.
Yeah, but we could just tie it in and say, yeah,
Oh, we
it's
could
it's a.
record all of our parts separately and then send them to each other.
I'll just do my impersonation of you. Yeah, check out Full Custom Hot Dog's YouTube channel. He's good. Throw him a sub. He's almost at 100. I'd really appreciate if you guys would give him a glance at least. He's a cool dude. He's pretty funny. He also did oh, Mercenary says he's already subscribed. Good job, Mercenary. I appreciate
Yeah,
you.
thanks, man.
I'm looking at your thing. I'm looking at your channel, and it says popular videos, and your number 2 right now is the Mandy review.
Mandy hit 300 this morning.
It's at 400.
Crazy. Oh my god.
Yeah, your Mandy review might end up becoming your most reviewed or most viewed movie.
I didn't get a notification that you're streaming there.
That's unfortunate. Thanks a lot, YouTube. Those pieces of shit. What's alright? You're here. We like the Gwalter here. I was trying to tell Gwalt to do lewd to hentai anime for his channel.
I might do that.
It's like,
Review one?
yeah, that'll be his. He just reviews like hentai and stuff. I rate this on a cum scale of 12 out of 15.
You
This
see,
is a 3-load movie.
I lost my erection like at this
Hmm.
part when she turned into a full-fledged cockroach.
Oh, that just sounds even better.
But nah, damn. Now there's a lot of hentai out there you could review, and also I don't think you would get a copyright strike because it's not licensed. I mean, it's like parody stuff from other properties that people can't make money on to start with.
I
So
hope
there's
that
like no
they
way you can
call you
make
and like,
money.
how dare you make a negative review on, I don't know, My Hero Cucademia.
I would have to. Oh, dude,
Is
I
that
see you.
real? Please tell me that's real.
I
I see
hope
you've been
not.
reading. I see you've been reading.
Uh-oh. No, I
Uh,
just said that. I don't. Is that a real thing?
I'm sure it is now.
Oh God.
It,
What's
it most certainly is now.
Mercenary?
But
Mercenary wants to know what her least favorite Halloween movie is.
part 3.
I agree.
No way, you're crazy. 3's so good,
Wait,
man.
which one
I'm
is
telling
3?
you. 3's the one without Michael Myers because initially every
I
Halloween movie
agree.
was going to be a different movie. No way. Resurrection with Busta Rhymes is easily the worst one. Even though Busta Rhymes roundhouse kicks Michael Myers, it's still the worst in the series.
Gives them the roundhouse.
Halloween
Yeah.
H2O wasn't that great either.
H2.
Yeah, but it was still better than Resurrection.
Probably.
Golly.
Although maybe if you're counting the Rob Zombie ones too, the Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is really bad. Maybe
It's
even
really
worse than
bad,
Resurrection.
but there's a lot of titties in there. That's why it brings it up.
God damn it.
You get a couple extra points.
Like,
That's right.
like if you put titties in your movie, especially his fine ass fucking wife, that crazy bitch, Cheryl Zombie or whatever her
Maverick
fucking
says
name
number
is.
2 is his least favorite.
Did you
See, that's the one I've seen the least.
what?
Maybe.
Halloween
Oh
2.
no, Zombies 2. I haven't seen the first number 2. I think I've only seen it like once or twice. I've seen 3 probably the most. And then Rob Zombies 2, I think I watched 4 times in a day because I couldn't believe how bad it was. I'll do that with movies that really surprise me.
Really.
I have
And them not being good.
I
New
have
Dawn.
every Halloween movie, including the one and including Rob Zombies, in my Michael Myers collection. I've got every Friday the 13th, every Nightmare, every Hellraiser. I've got like every the original Puppet Masters. Like I've got a very healthy Full Moon Horror, Dollman versus
Oh
Vampire
man, I
Slayer.
loved Full Moon. That was my jam growing up, dude.
Hell yeah, that's some great stuff.
That was the symbol of quality to me. Was if I saw a movie that had Full Moon or had that style of poster, I would get it. I would rent it.
Mercenary says
Same.
definitely Resurrection is his least
Yeah,
favorite.
hell yeah, absolutely.
Also, New Dawn Horizon. It depends on which writer you're talking about. Some of them listen, but some of their editors suck. But Oda definitely needs to listen to his editor more. That's how. That's why One Piece ends up dragging on for like an extra fucking year into an arc. Ugh. Grody. What when are you gonna watch Venom? This weekend, hot dog.
I actually might go tomorrow because I can't go with my dad on the weekend, so I might go see
Really?
it.
I'm hoping to
Of
see it this
course.
Saturday, so
Matanui, welcome to the stream, buddy.
He's from the channel What's the Matter TV.
What's the matter in parentheses? Nui.
I don't do
Yeah.
shit on YouTube. I just comment shit and occasionally.
Matanui is my favorite YouTuber.
Usually when
I
cats are.
like all of his videos.
He's lying. If you go to my channel right fucking now, you'll literally see this channel has no content.
No, it's Matanui for everyone.
It's rated M for Matanui for everyone.
Yes. See, you know, Matanui is the guy. We're big Matanui heads. I think that's what we're called. Not to be confused with the Yellow Flash Cream Team. Have you
I
ever?
really expect you to call him a big guy.
You're a pretty big guy. For you.
For you.
Oh, I'm excited tomorrow. The fucking Yugi gameplay trailer is finally coming out for Jump Force. I can't wait. I'm gonna have a nerd boner, and it's gonna be awesome. Mercenary wants to know if you've ever seen Wishmaster, the film series. I have
Hell
not.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
I haven't
The
seen
first
that.
and the second.
I haven't seen
I've
them.
got the whole series on Blu-ray because 3 and 4 are really bad.
Uh-oh.
3 and 4 are
First two-
bad.
First
They're
two
terrible.
are the ones to watch. The third and fourth are the ones to avoid.
Yeah,
there
he knows
titties?
exactly what's up.
I'll just
Are
have
there
to.
titties in the 3rd and 4th?
Dude, I don't know, but they don't connect to 1 and 2 very well at all, and it gets really weird in a bad way.
Oh golly.
Yeah.
Hey, Hot Dog, did you ever check out Soul Eater? Ever
No,
get a
not yet. It's been a
glance?
day since we talked about that.
I
Come on,
know. I didn't know if you gave it like a glance and said, "Hey,
No.
that's pretty good."
Have you seen watched it?
What? What'd you say, Matanui?
Watched reviews of the Wishmaster movies, and for only 1 and 2 seem like they're even worth a damn.
I told you I haven't
Yeah.
seen almost any movie unless Full Custom Hot Dog has said it was good or not.
2 is really fun, I thought. It was even better the second time.
It feels like the first time.
I put a bunch of Yellow Flashes videos on play, and I have a deposit on the stream where I was inviting him to play Neko Para.
That is wonderful.
It was a really good stream. I liked how salty he was getting over such a short period of time. He's a cool
That's
dude.
funny.
Yeah, Yellow Flash Cream Team.
Cream team. Let's get creamy.
Cream Team. Matanui, are you like kind of like how I do collabs with Hot Dog? Are you gonna do collabs with Gwalt when he does his porn channel? I feel like you are a connoisseur of the hentai.
I think I would kill Matanui. That's fucking hilarious.
You see, my favorite part is right here when she gets choked to death. That was the cream max.
See, this was my favorite part when
Oh, no.
they showed the X-ray view
Oh,
on the
God.
inside.
No,
You
no,
see the,
no, X.
You can see the tip of
No.
the penis penetrating.
Oh, God. Fuck. What is you an X-ray?
Her uterus penetrating her uterus.
Jesus.
And also like the scene where
Oh,
somebody
getting-
just making noise trying to drown.
Hot Dog
Enough,
is
enough,
trying to
enough.
defeat you.
No,
Oh,
I wanted
God.
to eat some gummy bears. I needed a snack for how good this was going.
Oh, dude, I had an awesome gummy bear earlier. It was fantastic.
Was it those gummy bears soaked in vodka?
No. Like
Why not? You're
because
screwing
it's
up.
made with other stuff.
You
But no,
you
damn,
gotta soak them in vodka and leave them for like a day or two, and then you come back.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. No. You're talking about making PJ, dude. No, you need to use Everclear, a watermelon, and a whole bunch of other types of
Oh,
fruit.
jeez.
A watermelon.
You just-
I don't even know where to
You just
get
put that
those.
shit- Hell yeah, you just put that shit in a fucking cooler with a bunch of ice and shit, and you just let it sit. And fucking, that's like badass. You just get some plastic cups.
I'll take a
That's it.
look at that
All you need.
mercenary. Apparently, there's pictures of Harley Quinn's animated show online. It's like he decided that
Uh-oh.
they were giving Harley Quinn a cartoon. I'm gonna
I'm
check
really
it out.
hoping it's Cal Art style.
Oh,
With the big mouth. And she's
God.
like the big head and the little body.
In White Knight.
No.
No, they apparently. Oh God, stop doing what you're doing right now. This is haram
It's
as
just Teen
fuck.
Titans with Harley. It's Teen Titans Go with Harley Quinn, I hope.
Oh, wow.
That's it. You're
Are you
canceled.
gonna post it on the channel?
You're canceled. You're canceled.
Rex, are you gonna post the pictures of Harley Quinn on the channel? On the stream?
I'm looking for it.
Let's see it.
Oh, boat movie. Yeah, I know.
Ooh. Speaking of, I want to see the boat movie.
I also
What
want to see
is
the
the
movie.
running gag with the boat movie? I don't understand. I saw Yellow Flash post that on one of Hot Dog's videos.
Yeah, anybody still in the chat, just ask questions about whatever. I'll answer them. Or these other guys. Hopefully nothing about X-ray. We can only hope. But I hope that we can. I want to do some more movies this week soon. I want to do some anime movies. Add them to the roster of things. See if I
I
can
think
get
a great idea also would be like going back through and watching the anime with Hot Dog, like after the fact, so you can see if he gets like a different reaction from the movie takes or whatever.
I don't.
Yep.
That might not be the best idea. I've heard like his actual nerd rants now. He told me I saw how upset he got over the Star Wars movies.
Yeah,
over
I
the
kind
new
of
ones.
flipped out the other night.
He was like, "Ah,
Excellent.
Ray!" I could hear him like throwing like all his
I
lightsaber
I
collection out
was
the
so
window.
mad. It
Was
just
that on
it
a
just
stream?
triggers
I'd
me.
like to hear that.
No, I get triggered back to episode 7 when I start talking Star Wars, so I don't do it anymore.
It
Oh yeah, that movie sucked.
did suck.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, how many licks does it take to get the center of a Tootsie Pop? 14 and a half actually.
3. The
Oh,
answer is 3.
it's always 3. As well
Yep.
as
If
do I know
you
how to?
listen to the owl.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and he bites the shit out of it though. There's no licks there.
Yes.
Oh God.
Exactly.
Mercenary, I do know how to link some actually. I am a connoisseur of the Yu-Gi-Ohs, similar to the Yu-Gi-Oh cereal. The Yu-Gi-Ohs,
is
they got.
polymerization still a thing, or did
Yeah,
they get rid of that?
no, that's still a thing. There's also super polymerization and ultra polymerization.
Oh my
And
God!
there's a whole bunch of different versions. Oh, New
I just
Dawn.
remember.
New Dawn, did you find that the link? I found a link to a website that translates that if you want. I'll just post it. I gotta do some reviews on that at some point. Here, I'm gonna post it. Yeah, what were you saying?
No, I just remember playing Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day and getting so mad. I had these polymerization cards, but the card itself was so rare to get.
It wasn't super
It's like
hard to get, especially the original polymerization design. It's all this the updated version. I can never find the older ones that you see in the original show.
I never pulled it, dude.
Yeah, I don't think I ever pulled. Actually, I think I pulled one of the originals like way later when I was like 20 or something.
Never got one. And I had these cards that I wanted to use, but I was like, oh, I need another card that I just can't get. Wow, that's great.
Yeah, it's
You think it'd be a little more common, you know?
yeah, it's difficult back in the day.
Because you already needed the 2 cards and then the final card that they fuse into, right?
Yeah, a
So
lot
then
of
you need 4 cards total.
no, well yeah, but the fusion card is in your it would be in your extra deck, so it doesn't.
Oh, I don't even remember.
It's
It's
in the
been so
side.
long.
You have to have like either on the field or in your hand. You have to have the right parts. Oh, Mercenary wants to know what you think about critters.
It's awesome. At least the first 2, and then
How
4
many
is
are
really
there?
weird.
4?
There's 4.
Hell
The third one has Leonardo DiCaprio from Growing Pains, and then he did
Really?
a couple movies later on. Yeah,
yeah.
and then
From 4 was
the box set's
Critters
coming
in
out in
Space.
November. Yeah,
That was fucking awesome. Like I loved all those movies.
the box set for Critters comes out in November, and then they're also releasing, I think, Munchies, which is like discount Critters, which is just discount Gremlins. But Munchies is pretty fun, and the sequel is Dom DeLuise.
Dude, the critters were hilarious. They'd be sitting around fucking around while they're
I like
terrorizing
that they
people,
could
blowing
talk to
themselves up
each
and shit.
other.
Hot
Yeah.
dog.
There's subtitles.
Hot dog. You need
Yeah.
to pull up my stream. They're asking
I'm
you a bunch of
watching.
questions. Yeah, they want to know if you've seen.
I've seen Suspiria. I love it. I want to do a review of it for my channel because I got the newer 4K release, and I'm looking forward to the remake. I think that's in. I keep
Look.
saying November, and I'm wondering if I'm even correct. But
You're so popular now. Full custom popular
love
guy, I
movies.
think. Make sure
Yeah,
that you
Suspiria's great.
especially make sure you check out his Mandy review. Give it a thumbs up. Smash that like button.
And Maverick, if you like Suspiria, I highly recommend checking out the new Blu-ray with the 4K restoration because it's like a whole new movie. Sound-wise, also, but visually, like it's really stunning.
Would you say it's
I
a
watched
whole
it twice
new
in a row.
world?
It is. It really is. Because
A
so
shining,
Suspiria is a
shimmering
movie that kind
splendor?
of got a lot of hype. It's like an Italian movie, and everyone
Damn.
was really into it. And the first time I saw it, I thought it was okay. But then watching the new 4K release, I was really surprised.
Your
and
brain
amazed.
damage review is already doing pretty well. I just noticed.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
People like the movie.
a great movie, though.
I think it's because they thought you were talking about being brain damaged. They're like,
Oh, maybe I got to do more content like that.
you should bring
I
in
gotta find.
bring Billy in.
I need to find more movies that are ants as well.
You said about ants?
Like no, like that are ailments. Like if there's one about like discs or back pain or cankles. If there's a movie called Cankle, let me know.
Ankle splints.
Do you
Yeah,
remember that
shit's
there
fun.
was a movie that was around the same time as Brain Damage? It felt a lot very similar in feel, where it was like a parasitic host was inside this one girl's mind or something.
Yeah, or well, there's the Hidden, which was about like an alien thing that came down and went into different people's bodies and started killing people. And there was a good hidden that wasn't a cop, played by that dude from Twin Peaks.
Oh yeah.
I was
That
thinking about
That
it.
one's pretty similar in a way, I guess.
It sounds a lot like Parasite. Have you read or watched Parasite yet?
Oh, I loved it.
No, but that's what caught my attention from
You
it.
need to pick up Parasite, man.
We're gonna do it on our channel.
You need to
on
you need to
channels.
after we do that one, you need to actually like either read it or watch it. Parasite's
Are you
really good.
down?
I think you'd like it. Mercenary also wants to know what the worst Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th movies are. Jason X definitely, and then
No, you're wrong.
no
No
Jason
way.
X. No Jason
No
X.
way.
Friday the 13th.
No
It's
way.
New Nightmare. I'd say I didn't like New Nightmare at all.
Oh man, you're crazy.
New Nightmare was boring. It took all the fun away from
No.
Freddy.
Okay, to start with, do you mind if I give my input first, Hot Dog? I
Yeah, go
apologize.
Get
for
it. Get it.
Okay, so the worst Nightmare on Elm Street movie was Part 2. Part 2 had to be the worst, with a faceless dog, with the human faced dogs and shit.
Okay, that
Like, if
part
you're
was cool
going
though.
that was cool, and also that was the same one where the dog pisses fire and like the ground
Yeah.
fucking splits. That was
And then
fucking.
you
I
have
mean, there
the
was some
weird.
crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, there was some crazy stuff in there, but if you go like quality wise, special effects wise, yeah, that was kind of the worst one. For fucking Friday the 13th, I know this is probably going to be controversial, but I didn't like Part 5 because it had nothing to do with Jason. Even though the
Actually,
first movie,
Actually, I want to change my Friday or my Nightmare one to the remake.
even though, oh
Oh,
man,
I didn't like
even
I don't
it.
though,
know if that counts.
It's in the
'Cause it's
series.
not.
It's sort of in the series.
All right.
Because the thing I'm just not a fan that it was I think I got that mixed up with New Nightmare. I didn't like it because it took all the fun aspects away from Freddy that made him interesting.
You know, Jay Bauman from Red Letter Media was supposed to be in the remake for Nightmare on Elm Street, and he just walked off set because he thought it was going to be a total shit show.
oh
Really?
wow,
Yeah, he's talked about that before.
That's
dude,
crazy.
I love the electronic hand and shit. I thought that was cool as fuck at the time.
I thought it made Freddy more intimidating to be like,
Wait,
yeah, fucking some guys like I came here and I took the form of like the worst, most powerful monster and like the most evil thing I could think of in your world, and it was Freddy, but he's in a trench
which
coat.
which one's Friday the 13th 5? Because I get them all mixed up because I don't know which title's which, but I know what they're all
Is
about.
that the one where he's like
5,
fighting from hell or something?
5
No.
is Oh wait. You said Friday the 13th 5 is the new Nightmare, or not the
No,
new
no, no.
Nightmare, the new beginning, and it's got to do with they follow that Jarvis kid or whatever, Billy
When
Jarvis
he's
or some
older,
shit. Yeah,
Tommy
he's
Jarvis.
Tommy
Oh,
Jarvis. There you go.
Tommy
Yeah.
Jarvis, that fuck.
Yeah,
And
but
he
I do love that. I still like the movie. There's a lot of great tits in it, and a lot of great fucking, you know what I'm saying, slasher stuff.
wait. Is
But
that the one where they're supposed to unearth Jason, and that's what brings him to life with like a lightning strike, I think?
oh no, that's part 6. That was cool.
God damn it.
Also, part
See, I
5
get
is where
them
he
all
was at
mixed up.
the camp for the retarded or something. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, no, that one's ridiculous with the
Yeah,
kid in the chocolate bar.
yeah, hell yeah.
I only like that one because the ending is total misdirection.
Oh yeah. Yes,
Okay.
100%. Like you wouldn't been able to figure it out the whole time. Like there's only like one scene. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah. So my least favorite Nightmare on Elm Street's 5 because it's incredibly boring and they cut it to shit. There's actually a lot more gore in it than there is, but they cut it, and
Really?
that's kind of a harder copy to find. Yeah, and then for Friday the 13th, it's got to be Jason Goes to Hell. Is just such a travesty because I forgot the producer of Paramount at the time. I think he hated Jason, and he didn't want. I think they said something about making a Jason movie with the least amount of Jason possible or something.
How?
I'd like
What
There's
to
all
would you
this
change
even
my
weird
do?
answer.
lore.
Yep, I'd
And
like to
you
change
have
my
like
answer. You are 100% right.
Jason
because
talks in it, kind of like he starts grunting audibly, like he does a lot of oh,
I
ow,
heard he was gonna be
ouchie.
voiced by Darkside Phil in that one.
Ooh.
they changed him to a demon. They made all his lore fucked up. He went from like killer zombie Frankenstein to a fucking demon, and he was jumping
Yeah.
bodies and shit. And then Freddy Krueger's claw comes up at the end and grabs his mask. Get fucked, New Line.
I do like the bounty hunter Creighton Duke because he has some really ridiculous lines about like saying like what is Jason Voorhees? I just think of a little girl in a skirt. or a hot dog, putting a hot dog in a donut. And he just says like
Oh
these
God,
these weird
full
things.
custom
But I get
dog
why
nut.
people don't like Jason X, but it has like the really cool kill when he zips up the hologram co-eds in the sleeping bags and beats them into the
Yes.
tree.
And they
And
were
then the
kidding.
cryo face kill. The cryo
Yeah.
face kill is like one of the best kills in the Friday the 13th series. And David Cronenberg's in it for a second.
I like
so.
this cool knife though. They made him too powerful in that movie.
Yeah.
How do they beat him?
Oh, he's OP. He
There was
comes
a-
back in the books too.
Oh,
They made
God.
books.
Yeah, when you get Jason X when he gets fucking rebuilt in that movie was fucking awesome. And there was a robot
Yeah,
fuck
it's out of
girl
control.
on that. A
Yeah.
robot fuckbot was in that movie. So that was awesome too.
We talked
Well,
about bad horror movies.
And she was a badass. Like, I was like, yes, I want to buy one.
it was pretty wild. I got to give it points for at least getting, because it did crazy in the right direction. Like Jason Goes to Hell was just like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
I got my movies mixed up. I got both of them mixed up. I don't like Jason Goes to Hell. New Nightmare I thought was, or not New Nightmare, but the Jason X, he had the cool mask and he had like this fucking spaceship sword,
The space
Yes.
machete.
and he fought
Yeah.
that
So
he fought that
ridiculous.
black dude like out in space.
Hell
He
yeah.
fought Stone Cold in space.
Yeah.
It was it Stone Cold? I thought he fought
I think it was Stone Cold, wasn't it?
was he one of the dudes inside the hallway room? Because it was a black
Yeah,
dude.
they
It
were
was that
doing the
dude
training.
from- it was
They
that
were
dude
doing the
from
training.
the first Resident Evil movie, the black guy that was
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
squad,
yeah.
remember?
Who
He
gets
was when
who
he
gets
falls into
lasered?
outer space. Yes. Yes, that was a crazy
That part was
scene.
rad, dude.
Do you think they're gonna make any more? I don't think
No.
so. I think they
Resident
I think
Evil.
rights are hell.
God, I hope
Like
not.
Maverick brings up the point that Hellraiser was supposed to show up, and then Ash from Evil Dead was supposed to show up too.
really.
Yep.
Like they were gonna go like buck wild on it.
They
Hell yeah.
didn't.
I remember an Ash versus Jason versus Freddy movie that was in the works for the longest time. But
Yeah.
never fucking came to fruition. Probably because of like, weren't they separate fucking movie making companies? Just different
New
properties?
Line, I think later on got the rights or something to Friday the 13th because I think Friday the 13th changed hands at one point, which is why finding like good box sets was kind of a pain for a while.
I actually really don't like modern horror movies because a lot of them just do jump scare haunting shit and it bothers me.
You just gotta find the right ones, man. Indie stuff's where it's at, to be honest with you.
We talk about
I'll
bad
stick look.
horror movies.
Yeah, Freddy's Dead was bad. I remember
Oh,
that.
see, I might be nostalgic, but I like Freddy's Dead. I can't justify it that other people should like it. So I think
Okay,
I'm
wait.
self-aware, but I dig it.
So there was part 1, part 2. Part 3 was the Dream Warriors. I
And
remember
that one's out of control. Yeah, where they realize they could do whatever they want and manifest in their dreams.
Then part 5 was the Dream Master, and part 4 was the
4
Dream
was
Master,
Dream Master.
and part 5 was the Dream Child, right? That was the
Yeah.
one about the yeah.
The baby.
Chinese
Jacob.
baby
That-
Freddy.
Who was this?
Yeah.
The one chick's son, Alice's son. There was that cool death though, where the dude Dan is on a motorcycle, or the dude's on the motorcycle, and then he becomes the motorcycle. And then he
Oh,
crashes.
Yeah.
you forgot they were
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
make a Jason versus Leprechaun movie.
Oh god.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dude, Leprechaun in Space was fucking awesome. That shit was funny as shit if you like cheesy bad horror. Like, I thought it was so good.
I would love to watch
But I'll-
Jason fight the Leprechaun. Just kicks him a lot.
They
Just
tried
gets
to
back up.
reboot Leprechaun or make a prequel or something, and it was pretty
Leprechaun
bad.
in the Hood was fucking ridiculous. And then there was Leprechaun in Space. I think it was part
I don't
4
think
and
I've seen
5.
those. I don't think I've seen the Hood one or the Space one. I'll have to check them
Dude.
out.
Oh, it's wonderfully racist. It's fantastic.
Oh God. I feel like it'll be hilarious though.
I was talking with Major early or last night, and
Of course you were.
we were gonna watch a really cheesy, really funny fucking like horror movie later on. But if you guys wanted to join us, that shit would be funny as fuck. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but I'm kind of a connoisseur of horrible movies and really cheesy horror. I mean, I love that shit, especially if it's funny. If it's self-aware and it's funny.
Yeah, I'll give it a look at. We can watch some funny movies. So we got Popcorn Theater.
Exactly. But I don't know if
Theater.
I don't know who all streaming tonight or who all's doing what. But hell, we could probably fucking stream it. I think
Yeah,
be funny as shit.
do it on a Friday or a Saturday. I can pretty much stay up the whole time.
Hell yeah.
Word.
Well, okay, we're doing on Mad Newies channel.
That's right. That's where it's going.
Matanui stream. Matanui can be the Matanui can be the archive
I don't
channel
have
where
any
all
spirit.
the dark pinball streams go.
Yes.
All the dark pinball streams.
I was
Super
like,
edgy
oops.
pinball.
Yeah, that is.
Spooky.
That's funny.
You can tell what movies no one wants on YouTube by how much they sell them for. Anything $2.99, I imagine. Because right now I'm looking at it, it's like fucking Naruto movies are like it's like $10. If a fucking X-Men Apocalypse is like $3.
So wait a
Oh,
minute.
X-Men
What
I
Apocalypse.
think
as
I
far as like
thought that.
as far as horror movies go, what is your favorite horror movie series?
Gremlins.
Out of all of them? Gremlins for sure.
I love Gremlins. I mean, it's like half horror, half comedy, but I count it and I love Gremlins.
Hell yeah.
I love Gremlins movies so much. They keep
I had
talking
the
about making a third one.
Yeah, they're still always.
I had the Gremlins read along book that came with those little records. You guys remember
Oh
those?
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Brax definitely wouldn't remember. It was
I'm
before
not
his
as old as you guys.
Dude,
You guys are both, you're starting to getting gray hairs, and it's harder for you guys to pee.
I
And
am
when
I am
when
not
me and
getting gray hairs or having any trouble taking a piss. Like good grief. And I
uh-oh.
look
when
young
me
enough
and
to pull
Gwalt were
young girls.
kids, me and Gwalt would huddle around the radio and listen to Gremlins.
I think you guys,
We
you'd be
would.
like, you'd be like, hey guys, that new Superman radio show is on, and you have to, push your sticks down the road to get back to your house. You don't want to lose your
We'd wind
hooves.
up our cars and drive down the road.
Yeah, we would wind them up. Yeah, exactly. Orson Welles fucked up our whole summer one time.
Oh
Like, we
God.
scared the shit out of
He
everybody.
fucked up. My aunt killed herself. It was terrible.
It was bad. It was so
That
bad.
shit's crazy, dude. All that War of the World stuff when you read about how people attempted suicide and everything.
Oh, dude, they went to war. There was like armed mobs fucking roaming the street, like looking
Nobody
for
could take a joke back then, man.
That's crazy.
Just a prank.
best shit poster in history right there.
Yeah, right.
That's true. Canon, actually.
In his
I
his
think-
defense, he did like before and after the thing say, by the way, this has been just a fucking fictional story from such and such. But the sound effects and everything else, people, I mean, dude, people were up in arms. That's like that fucked up the whole country.
I mean, it sounded real.
Oh, jeez. You're a guy and a half.
For you.
For you. I can't wait for all the Bane things that I'm gonna say to Tamba. What's up, Frostfire? Hang on. I learned how to speak Texan. I reckon you are welcome around these parts.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Tarnation. I talked to Gwalt and Frostfire. I know how to speak their language of the South.
I'm not Texas or Texan, and
What's the difference?
I think Texas is Midwest.
I've heard conflicting things. Some Texas people say that they're from the South. Some people say they're from the Midwest. All I know is I like to make fun of Arklane's accent because he has a thick accent, y'all.
Texas has its own thing, but they technically, I think they are part of the South. They definitely get the same stigma people from the Southeast get as well. And I
Holy
think they were
shit.
even part of the Civil War, as a matter of fact, especially ports and whatnot. They even had what was that, one of those old steam-powered steel-sided ships? I forget that was.
Ooh.
The Monitor and the Merrimack.
I think it was the CSS Texas, if I'm not mistaken.
Mercenaries
anything.
says Steel definitely goes in the worst movie pile.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you guys if you've seen Steel. I totally forgot that happened to
What
us.
about I've seen Real Steel.
I've seen Real Steel.
What it's
Well,
is
what are you
Steel
talking
Not
about?
different?
regular Steel. Steel with Shaquille O'Neal as Steel.
Oh God,
From
yeah, that
Superman.
was so bad.
Really?
So
I've
bad.
never heard of that. Let me look. Oh,
Are
I know
you
what that is.
serious?
I know what that is. I just looked it up. It's because he wears that silly helmet. He looks like a
It's like a
goofball.
half mask, unlike the actual Steel.
I remember when that was out in theaters. That was like one of the biggest flops in the history of ever.
I'm looking it up. See
I
how
don't
much they
think
made.
they even tied in the Superman thing into it, right? It was just
It made less than
John
$2
Henry
million.
Irons. That's a lot more than I expected.
Poor Shaquille O'Neal. He's like, I'm gonna make
You
it big
know what's-
now. I'm not.
You know what's really funny is like Black Panther came out, and everyone's like, "No, this isn't the first black superhero movie." There was Blade, there was
Nobody said
Meteor Man,
nobody
but
said
nobody ever
Steel.
Meteor
mentioned
Man.
Steel ever.
Who was the villain in
Candyman.
Steel?
Uh,
I heard it was Galactus, and he ate him.
that'd be crazy.
That's
It's
the wrong.
Darkseid.
That was the wrong
Dark
fucking.
Side. Exactly.
Wrong fucking universe.
I know. It was actually Spawn, and they had a black off.
That's another good black character superhero movie.
You couldn't tell though because he was
Jamie
burnt the
Foxx.
whole movie.
Hell
Jamie
yeah.
Foxx is the new Spawn, baby.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
I heard that they casted.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, they casted the new Steel. They just announced Steel 2. It's Jackie Chan.
Are they gonna get John Leguizamo to be the clown again? Because that would be awesome.
It's actually
I
Danny
doubt it.
it's Danny DeVito this time.
That would be great. I'd watch that.
Ooh, I wonder who they will get to play clown. I hope.
Oh
they don't
no,
just CG it.
no, they just recast it. It's Amy Schumer.
Please Tim Curry. Please Tim
Conscience.
Curry. Please Tim Curry.
Tim Curry would be cool.
Yeah, in his wheelchair. They just do the clown around his wheelchair.
Wait, Tim Curry's in a wheelchair?
Yeah, dude, he had a stroke.
I didn't know that. That's so sad. I fucking
Yeah.
love Tim Curry.
Hey, we all do.
We could have actually, you know
And
who I'd want to play the
yes, good
clown?
call.
We should get Mike in there.
Not to mention Catwoman, which is what the new Venom movie's being compared to.
What's up, Duke of Yonkos? I gotta check your channel out.
Venom.
Yeah, Hancock. Yeah, let's do Duke of Yonkos. He's cool. I got jelly because I looked at his videos and he's got one. He's got like 100, I think 155 subs, but he's got one of his videos. He's got like 29,000 views. I got real jealous. I gotta check out his
Okay.
videos out. I got a little jelly. I was like, good for him. My highest is I think it's like
Oh, I hate watching
5,300,
videos.
but good for him though. I need to.
Just copy his video word for word.
Yeah.
Just write everything down.
I'll just record.
Similar
I'll record
title.
it at the end and be like, "That's my video."
That's my cover of this video.
It'll be my intro.
I want to say Black Panther was the worst MCU.
No way.
No, I don't believe that.
Really?
No, because the thing, the black.
fucking Homecoming.
No.
Oh,
'cause
come on.
the thing
my
ab-
face, brother.
Yeah, my brother. The thing about Black Panther is Killmonger was still really cool.
Yeah.
That kind, I think, and
Yeah.
Claw was cool too.
Yeah. Yeah, his claw was awesome. I was bummed he passed away. Pour one out.
Blatantly racist.
Yeah, I know, Duke. I saw that. I still gotta check out some of your theory videos. I was looking at some of your other videos, and they're all like, you got a ton of old chapter reviews. It'll be weird if I go back and be like, what will happen next week? And it'll be like 2 or 3
Guardians of the
years old, and I'll just be like,
Galaxy
oh
Volume 2.
god. Guardians of the Galaxy 2? Let me think.
That might be my biggest disappointment because I didn't really like
Thor.
it that much.
I'd
I
say
loved
Thor
part
2.
one.
Thor
Or that
2.
or Doctor Strange.
Okay,
seems
hold
like it's
on,
gonna
hold on.
be
Did you just say
too-
Doctor Strange? Matanui, we're gonna fight. Stop it.
There are like elements of like every Marvel movie I really don't like, but I'm kind of a purist when it comes to comic book movies, and I know that's my problem. But yeah, the second Guardians of the Galaxy movie was too funny. It seemed like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong,
It
I
felt
love
like
Drax.
it
and
felt like
Mantis.
Futurama.
Yes, very much so. I love Drax and fucking damn.
Oh yeah,
Mantis was
Drax.
back and
Drax
forth.
was great. No, but hang on.
That was fucking
Like,
great.
hang on. What about Thor 2?
That's my pick. Is that I'm looking at the list right now. That's the one I've seen 2 or 3 times and I don't remember any of it.
I don't remember. I
I
just
feel
remember they
like
fought
it.
some elves. That's it. And
I kinda
that's where
like
they got the
Yeah.
red Infinity Stone. I don't remember the villain's name. I don't remember the plot. It was like the third time they're like, Loki's dead. Oh no, he's not dead. What's going on? Like I don't have any
So
faith.
tired of Loki.
Yeah,
That was the second time.
if in the Avengers he comes back in the next one, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, what? I'm gonna yell out in the theater, what a surprise! I've already decided. I'm gonna be an asshole. It's like the one instance. I'm just gonna say fuck it.
I kind of liked it, but it moved a lot like a comic book moved, and it was kind of cheesy. But I mean, I can tell you the story was all about like fucking trying to connect. Oh, what up? Connect like the whole dimensions and shit. But I don't know. I can see why it got bad reviews.
Oh, Mike
CGI wasn't
Parletti.
that
What's up,
great.
Mike? How's it going?
But it's also interesting to note too, like a lot of these movies have awesome parts, but then they kind of fall flat in other ways. But it's those parts that redeem them. You know?
Yeah, and there was
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there was anything in Thor 2.
No.
Because even
His
like we were
mom
talking
got
about
killed.
in Yeah, but did she ever even do
Those
anything?
Thor movies blew ass.
I thought Ragnarok was good. I liked
Yeah,
Ragnarok.
I
Plus,
liked Ragnarok.
plus, I think a lot of it though, because Hella was banging.
Yeah,
Hella
I
was
liked most of
banging.
it.
I
Hella
didn't
was,
like it. I thought it was kind of ridiculous in some
I
aspects.
don't know.
I thought he was too funny though. Like he was too
Yep.
quippy.
Because
Yep,
there's
very
like
much
if
so.
if there's like a scene in it that like I'll look up the scene like Infinity War. I know I get why people liked Infinity War. Like you can just watch the fight scenes over on YouTube. It's like
Yeah,
those pretty
for
cool.
sure. The
But
first half hour
but
alone is
I
amazing.
even in that god awful new Predator movie, I could watch that scene where it has the Predator suit or robot or whatever because I think it just looks cool. I don't think there's
Right.
anything in Thor 2
Does
that I'd be like,
Olivia,
I really want to go back and look at that. It's just like
does
no, I don't.
Olivia
Mhm.
Munn take it in the keister?
Every hole.
Come on, we're streaming, dude. Language. Come on, what are you doing?
This
She
is
definitely shoots
Christian.
herself in the foot with a dart. She
It's a
roofies
clean
herself.
Really.
So I mean, like, there you go, frat boys. But
See, there's your language.
Oh, Mercenary is a good point. Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 made me mad too. That's
Iron
why
Man 3 I didn't
liked
like as
Iron Man
much.
3, I just didn't like the twist.
Iron Man
Dude,
3 had a lot
I
of
like
rage
the
in it though.
villain. I like the villain for the rage, but that actor, like, God, what's his name?
The Iron Patriot suit looked cool though, but that's about it.
He's the
That's all
guy
I
that
really had to
played
say.
Wayland in Alien
Yep.
or Prometheus.
Guy Pierce.
Yeah, I think he's great. He's very talented.
He
But I
is.
mean,
He's
that
underrated.
Drix Killian, or wait, no, what's the name of the comic book character? Damn it.
Gary Inkberg, I think.
Inky, how was Inky Pen? Did
I
you
haven't
look?
checked it out yet. I updated my Switch and then I gotta wait for it to charge.
Checking out the Switch video.
Switch
It
video.
said November, but
I'm
I'm on Flash's 35th video out of 49. I was playing him.
on 16.
He's like, dude, I got like 200 hours because of you, man. So
I had to stop it because
I'm gonna
we're
leave it.
streaming
I'm
it.
just gonna
It's
keep
killing
playing it. I'm just gonna
I
keep
have it
playing it.
on mute, so I
Yeah.
can leave
We're-
playing
I'm gonna
with
go
it.
check my Comcast to see if I've capped out yet.
all
Probably
of a sudden they're gonna notice all his hours go up like drastically, and they're gonna be like, what happened? The fire rises, and then we're gonna have to leave. One of us. We're gonna have to, one of us is gonna have to be in the wreckage. I vote. Who's gonna hang on? Let's grab some.
Matanui.
They must
No.
find one of us demonetized, brother.
We can't get rid of Matanui. We're gonna have to sack. It'll just be like McFly gets a message like, "Hey, we want you back," and in like 5 seconds, he's like, "Why is this room getting so hot?"
Of course.
Of course, and then he's gonna catch fire.
Feel like we're in some kind of suicide squad.
Well, yeah,
That's
that's
funny.
because they threw us in a hole and threw away the hole.
Of course.
Yeah, I didn't really like Suicide Squad. I thought it was funny,
But there were
You
parts.
did?
But there
I
were
thought it was
parts.
enjoyable.
But there were parts of Suicide Squad that were cool. Any scene with Diablo was awesome. They should give
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah,
Honestly,
was
if
cool
they did a
stuff.
Diablo movie, I would watch it. Like, who the
yeah,
fuck
I'd
is
be
this
into
guy?
it too.
He's.
My
But I'm
August-
also biased because I'm from San Diego.
My August and
word.
September.
Well, no, he's from San Diego. Means a whale's
Oh.
vagina. Don't know if you know
Would
this.
Fun to watch.
Well, I mean, you know how the comedy bounced off in Infinity War. Like, Thor was playing the straight man, talking with goddamn Guardians of the Galaxy. That shit was like fucking funny shit. Versus that's kind of like
I thought they made Star-Lord look like too much of an idiot in that scene, though.
oh,
Which scene?
What
The
is
scene
it?
where he was trying to like do a deeper voice when they're
Every-
talking to Thor.
oh, dude, that shit was.
I mean,
fucking
it was
funny.
it was funny, but at the same time, like, why does he look like such an idiot right now? What is this
I
inky
know.
pen?
I actually did not like that part.
I like
which
that
is
they were
strange.
constantly making fun of him and talking about how much better Thor was. I just,
Yeah, dude,
I just
like,
didn't
Yeah.
like that he's
real
like.
bad.
I just didn't like he's
No,
like.
I
Yes,
really
I
dislike
agree with you guys.
the hobbled Hulk because he's my favorite Marvel character.
Hulky.
Who's that?
I'm wearing a fucking Hulk shirt right now.
Where do I find
Oh,
the
you're
inky
talking about-
pen?
I don't think we're ever gonna get another Hulk movie, just because the other two
Well, no.
failed.
Did you see? That's why they've been putting like there's like a Hulk thing in every movie. There's a little bit. It's because they're
It better
splitting
not
up.
be
They're splitting up
Ruffalo,
the.
then.
They're splitting up the plans they had for a Hulk movie in each of the
Ooh.
movie he takes place in.
That makes sense.
Well, in Ragnarok, they kind of did sort of a World War
Yeah,
Hulk.
they did a little bit of
Yeah.
Planet Hulk in there. Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah,
loved
so-
about that movie.
The only thing they had permission to do.
Did
is
you
put
notice
it
in Do you notice in Thor when they saw the mountain with all the other champions carved in? One of them was Beta Ray Bill.
Beta Ray Bill, who I wish they would have just put in the movie as a person.
Maybe they'll bring it back. What do you say, Metadoo? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I'm pretty sure the
I'll-
whole rights are with another studio.
Maybe.
I don't know. The second Hulk
Don't
movie
worry,
came
I'm
through.
sure the
That
mouse
was
will
my.
buy them too.
I like the part where he says, "This is exactly time for Hulk 2," and then he went Hulk 2. SSJ Hulk
What
2.
the
SSJ Hulk.
He's gonna go. He's gonna go SSJ G Hulk next movie.
Oh no.
He's gonna say,
G
"So this is what it
Unit.
feels like to be Ultra Hulk Instinct." He's gonna look at his hands, and then the music's gonna
Make an
play.
Immortal Hulk movie
Kyle
where
Hulk.
they kill off the Hulk and then make an Immortal Hulk movie.
They
So
won't
kill
do
off
that.
kill off the Hulk.
If it was DC, they would
Oh
do that.
no, I think they're.
It's
They would
really
do that.
dark.
I
They would have
think.
done that 2 movies
Oh,
ago.
that would have been. I don't. I'm upset with Zack Snyder now that I found out he wanted to kill Batman.
You know how I think
It's not
they'll
surprising.
get
Now I'm salty
Thanos?
with him.
They'll go back and instead of aiming for the body, he'll aim for the head, and Thor will get him. I bet.
What if he did an upward swing and he aimed for the dick and he split
Who
it right
was
in
it that
half?
said they're gonna? Who said they're gonna just have Ant-Man jump into Thanos' pee hole?
No.
Wasn't
They
it
were gonna
you
have
who
Carol Danvers.
No,
like,
I
jump
said
down.
Ant-Man's gonna get really tall from an Infinity Stone.
He's like,
That's hilarious.
he said he's gonna grow infinite tall. That was your words.
Yeah.
God fucking
And then
damn it.
Thanos will just keep staring forever, and then he'll never
God
be able to
damn it.
attack.
If the DC movies pick up and they put Darkseid, I hope they use his new design. Have you seen the new Darkseid?
They should mind jack Thanos.
Oh,
Uh,
he's
you
actually.
talk
They should.
Hold on, they've just announced
should
Mind Jack
sperm
is joining the Avengers. He's gonna fight He's gonna fight
How,
Thanos.
how great would it be if it turned out Mind Jack just had the time
Armor,
stone,
but
and that's how he was able to mind jack?
off Ronan
No, it's the
Ronan-
Reality Stone. That's how he put it in that dude's mouth.
Yeah, I like Darkseid, but I do not like that design.
You don't like his new design? Come on, man. His old design, I didn't like that he wore the shorts. Why does he
Is
wear
he
the
not a
shorts?
baby anymore?
No, he's
Are
not.
you
He looks really
talking
cool.
about the one that basically just looks like a rip-off of Ronan the Accuser?
He looks cooler though. And he's got that
How
cool Omega
how do
symbol
you
on his
cure
chest.
babyism?
He age. Time was his ally.
How do you cure
No.
babyism?
Put him in
Yeah.
baby jail.
That
There you
Darkseid
go.
I want either. I'm gonna put in voice context. I want either the new one or the one where recently we fought Wonder Woman. He's got the red on him. I think he looks cooler. I just don't want the cartoon
He
one. 'Cause
does
wears,
look
the
like Ronan the Accuser.
this one or this one. I like both of those.
Male feminist roundhouse kicks pro-life woman in the head.
Terrorists
Yeah, I saw
win.
that.
Wait, what
He
happened?
meant to
What was
kick
that?
her phone supposedly, but he kicked her in the head and knocked her down.
What city?
But I don't know. Probably Portland
Or
or something.
Grail. Grail would be cool to put in a movie.
Oh, that's from Wild Smile.
just one thing that I don't know shit about Darkseid, but I do know what I did like about him was he looked intimidating.
He looks scary, but I think he's I always thought he seemed smarter and more cunning than.
I don't think it's Portland.
It's not Portland.
Got blue signs for the streets.
I'll be back, guys. I need to go eat. I'll see y'all shortly.
Toronto.
dude.
That's what's up.
Oh, it's
Ha
fucking
ha ha.
Canada, dude. Who cares?
Little Canada.
It's Canada.
What's up,
Oh, yeah.
Andres? Oh, we just talked about a lot of Mango stuff, Animu stuff. We started talking about superhero
You
stuff.
still streaming?
I've been streaming. I'm always streaming.
Damn, bro.
I'm always streaming.
I don't know. I like Darkseid's previous design.
I'm not a huge fan of the cartoon design because he wears he looks like he's wearing little shorts.
I don't know. I like the armored look they gave him in Injustice too.
Which let me look
Now
at the
back
exact
when I was in the
blue
service.
one, yeah, the blue one's cool. I don't know. I really like that second one also that I posted. I think he looks cool in the new one. I really like the colors and like the design on his outfit. And then
I don't know. I'm not a fan of it.
because also his hood is weird because it's not a full hood. It's more like a really long cowl.
Dude, Beavis and Butthead are huffing paint thinner. Yeah.
This is the world that you live in.
It all
Ant-Man going to
started when
alternate
I was
realities.
16 or whatever and sparked that first
What if
one.
that's all Ant-Man does? Or actually, what if that's all you do to defeat Thanos? Is you're like, oh, there's infinite realities. You're like, oh, I'm going to a different one. He just went to one where he's just not there. Or
They
where
could
he's-
just turn him into a baby.
That's true. Get him with the baby ray.
with the baby
And then the
gem.
cosmic Ghost Rider can swoop him up, and then he's gone.
Or just
The
Ghost
Lost
Rider.
Stone is the baby stone that turns anything into a baby.
It's held by it's held by Death's Chinese baby. Actually,
It's true.
we need
I've heard that in the
Chinese
lore.
baby will
Crap.
save us. Yeah. Yeah, Andres, you have any questions? Just drop them, Yonko, if you got any questions. Old Duke of Yonko's guy. Just any questions you guys got for anybody in the chat or me or any whatever, whether it's manga or comics or whatever. Andre, I said I'd check out. I said I'm gonna check out Pandora Hearts eventually. I've been reading a lot recently, catching up on stuff. Um, I've made a lot more. I have like 8 fucking videos that I did in the last like day I put on private, so I should be good to catch up on stuff. I'll probably give Pandora Hearts a try tonight. I just gotta pester Hot Dog here to give Soul Eater a try,
Good luck, buddy.
and Matanui to give Happiness a try.
Yeah, they put X-Force rules in Beavis and Butthead on the shit. It's so 90s.
Mm.
You will lose. I will break you.
I heard they're actually gonna. I heard that Terminator's gonna show up and kill Thanos. Honestly,
That's when they introduced Terminator.
honestly, I don't know if they can bring in. I don't know if they can bring in Mind Jack. I think he's too powerful for the MCU. Could you imagine Thanos is just
That'd be
like,
the worst.
he's getting ready to snap his fingers and he's talking and then he's just like, Thanos, look down. Thanos just like, I see you've ejaculated into your trousers. And he's like, is that really the case? And then Thanos talks again and a bunch of cum comes out of him. He actually gets in his lungs and he drowns and just dies.
No,
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying is there's one of two things can happen. Either Thanos spits it up and is disgusted and loses, or he just sucks it down and he goes, "Let's fight, Mind Jack."
No, what if he uses
More.
he uses the gauntlet to redo it, and then that's when that's when Mind Jack's like, that I have to get serious, and he unlocks the cum instinct, and he starts to glow silver, and he looks in his hands.
Now I'm just thinking about Thanos constantly
Fair
doing it
and
over and over again as an abuse of
You know,
power.
just fucking go extinct.
Duke wants to know if you think in the movies that Doc Green will show up. That'd be weird. Isn't he like a weird alternate version of the Hulk? I know Kala and Dr. Green are things. How many versions of the Hulk are there of the different emotions?
Red
Over 200.
200. Yeah, Andre, so I'll check it out a little
Yashin.
bit, don't worry. Carl says, if you want obscure anime stuff, I would recommend trying Giant Robo the Day the Earth Stood Still. It's really good. I'll check it out maybe.
maybe.
Maybe. Well, I can't
Hey,
give
you're
everyone a
popular, man.
guarantee. I can't give everyone a
Yeah.
guarantee, but I told
We just
I
wait
told
till you get
Andres I'd
2,000
check out.
followers. Hey, I sent you a DM. Hey, I sent you a DM.
I told Andres I'd check out Pandora Hearts at some point, so I'll check it out soon. I just gotta remember. I've been checking out a couple things recently, and I just get finished caught up on a bunch of stuff I was reading. I thought about giving World Trigger a try though. I remember reading it when it came out, and then I forgot about it because the kid looked like a marshmallow. I posted a picture, Hot Dog, of baby Darkseid.
Can't wait.
This was recently. I think it was at the end of Darkseid.
Impressively, the most powerful baby in the DCU.
There's a baby tier list, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
There's like
Is
a
there a
normal
baby
list.
tier list? Hold on. Is there a baby tier list?
I hope there are. I hope there's just like, well, this is the DC Universe's strongest people, but we have this is for this week. We're gonna go over the DC's strongest babies.
Easily the strongest baby list.
If you remember
See,
when
that could be on our channel.
when Bruce Wayne was a baby, he fell over and he cried, so he's not in there. But as you can see with Superman, he lifted up a truck, so he's clearly a C tier baby.
Dude, that's a video for our channel. Is the DC baby tier list?
That'll be the best one. I can't wait. When we do our comic skate stuff and we're just like, oh, what are we doing this week? Like, we know everyone wanted us to talk about what happened in this newest issue of Justice League versus Avengers, but instead we decided to talk about who are the strongest babies in comic books.
Oh no, it's got to be like. So, anyways, we're gonna talk about Max Massaggio. Wait, I just finished the DC baby tier list.
honestly, I thought
I
that we
I
were
hope
talking
I told
bad
you about the evil Red Lantern baby, so that's what we gotta put in there.
God.
There's a lot of OP babies.
Now Daxstar doesn't count as
No, he's a
a
cat.
baby
He's a
because
cat.
he's a cat.
I mean
Yeah.
that you know what you just did? You just
Sorry.
created this 10 strongest
Sorry,
DC
but
cats
you can't-
tier list.
Ooh.
Lion-O is in there, I think. Thunder. Thunder. Thundercats. Oh.
I'm not finding anything for DC, but I'm gonna look at strongest babies in comic books.
Oh, sweet lord.
There's children, but not exclusively babies.
Oh, who would you like to say, Andres? Andres wants to throw. I need to catch up with that though. I was thinking about that recently. I'm gonna put it in a video right after this stream, but I do have to get back to the Clash of Fiction stuff. I've been catching up on everything that I fell behind in after uh, I got that strike, false flag strike, and I got molested by Shueisha because they're a bunch of cunts. But yeah, just give me a suggestion. I'll add it to the list, and then if I ever get to if it's a character I know, probably be way quicker. If it's a character I don't know, I'll add it when I get to them. Best deaths in DC. Hmm. Remember that time that Alfred died of old age? Oh,
That was sad.
it was real sad. It was really sad. I'm trying to think of a really funny one. I can't think of any great. Actually, what was it in? Fuck. I can't. I'm trying really hard to think of one. Actually, you know what I pick? I pick when Superman lasered Batman's face in Dawn of Justice. Lasered him, killed his ass. Oh, Matt, I knew we are talking about horror movies. After the DC ones, we're talking about strongest babies in horror movies. Hot dog, we found our thing. We're gonna get famous.
Strongest babies in comic books.
Yeah, and then we'll do strongest babies in anime, strongest babies in manga, strongest babies in
Like
horror
it will
movies.
be like even shittier Watch Mojo.
But we only
Top
do
10
babies.
strongest babies.
After like 8 minutes, like, all right, guys, we did the channel. Next thing, we're in a new channel, and then I'll be like, you guys somehow got 800,000 subscribers in the last 2 weeks from your baby, like strongest baby videos, and it's like, yeah, we don't care about that anymore. We're pulling a Medicare.
Channel.
What did you say? For Watch Mojo?
Yeah, they started a Let's Play channel.
That's
Oh
gay.
no. They don't have anybody to watch. They don't have like a face, right? There's no Mojo.
It's actually
I
Mojo
actually,
Jojo.
I actually did the homepage once, and the first time in like a year,
Let me
I
wait.
saw a Watch Mojo video.
Let me throw up. Let me throw in what I think they're gonna do. They're gonna get a really hot chick that almost seems like she plays video games. Play video games. She'd be like, I really liked it when Mario went and he got that sword and he fought the pig dude for Hyrule, but I didn't like it after that time where he got lost in those woods and he had to find that guy Isaac to get out.
Top 10 things I don't understand about Legend of Zelda while I'm playing it right now.
Top 10 things to eat while playing Legend of Zelda. Number 1. Opinions.
Hey, I'll play Legend of Zelda. That sounds like fun.
Oh, we're making fun of Watch Mojo. I like this right now on my YouTube. On my YouTube things, it's like top picks for you, and it's like, all right, Avengers, Age of Ultron. I don't know why I have MCU stuff on there because I don't think I've ever owned an MCU movie on my fucking on my YouTube channel or on my YouTube
Brad.
account. But I've got
We should do.
but I think it's because I own a couple DC movies, and then it's like Boruto and Naruto, and then at number 1 it says Nicolas Cage, Mandy, and then but it says purchased on there. Thank you, YouTube, for informing
We
me.
should do a top 10 list of top 10 Avengers movies.
Yeah.
It's like 4 movies.
No, there's 5 if you count the old one based on the British TV show.
Now, when we do that, are we gonna do now? Number 4 is Avengers 1, but if you watch it in Korean, funnier in Korean. One day was still Queen Bakwa. That definitely wasn't
Monster
racist at
Hunter
all.
World updated
Really.
bug
Interesting.
fixes.
They
That's
finally added the monsters in the patch.
Before it was just a world.
Yeah, they forgot about the monsters.
Oh shit.
Well, it looks like translation problems in languages.
Oh, Andre, I was looking at that earlier. Yeah, I'll check it out. I was actually watching videos on that earlier, so I'll give it a glance, Ming.
Watch Mojo.
Mercenary best man. I wish Tamba or somebody was here. I don't think anybody else here reads One Piece but me. Best villain though in One Piece, probably Crocodile. Crocodile's cool. Nell is like half a villain, but he also was Eminem. And then I don't know. They ruined Doflamingo. He kind of became a weirdy gay, as they say. Not a good gay. I get mad because I keep watching I keep getting clickbaited on YouTube recently, and then it gives me all these weird like life hacks, and this guy's like MacGyvering shit with balloons and box cutters and hot glue, and I can't not watch it, and I need to stop because they're so interesting.
Are you cheesing?
No, actually,
Kenny?
I also I keep getting videos now about Russian cats.
Russian blues? I had one of those.
A cat? You had a Russian cat?
Yeah.
Really?
I named it Comrade Kitty.
It's a good name. I like it.
It ended up as a pancake after
Oh
it wasn't.
golly.
Yeah.
Oh no. Does
I
Oz know
was
about
cutting
this?
trees.
You got.
Comrade Kitty?
Oh god. Yeah.
I have a picture of no, that's Cleo. That's right.
Does
Oz has been the survivor. I've had
How long have you had that cat?
3 cats on my own since I was young. The first 2, pancakes.
Jeez, it's consistent pancakes. How long have you had Oz?
15 years.
Jeez, it's crazy.
Cats can live up to 100, which is just crazy.
I don't know if
It
that
sounds
number's
fake.
true, but I believe you in
Well,
the number.
fishiness doesn't tend to.
I mean, I had a cat who lived to be in his 20s. I don't know about hundreds. I don't know where you're getting hundreds from.
In cat years, maybe.
Wait, what is the translation from human years to cat years?
Cats are scared,
It's 7 for dog, I think, years.
especially this ugly ass Sphinx cat.
Well, Sphinx cats are cool.
A sphinxter says what?
Ew, don't touch my Sphinxter.
They don't like hairless cats.
Uh,
15 human years for the first year of your cat's life.
Wait, how many?
And 9 years for the second year.
What the fuck?
The
How does-
2-year-old cat would be approximately 24 human years old.
That's weird.
And then after that, it's 4 to 1. So 24
Golly.
times,
I'm
or
watching,
no,
I'm watching this dude make all these homemade
13
weapons.
times 4.
I'm gonna be ready for prison. Andres, I'll check it out. I know what you're talking about. I've seen it. I've seen stuff for it. I just
Plus-
never got around to it.
Is that about dragons who like Tokyo drift and
I
race
was
and
about to
stuff?
say, not to be confused with Tokyo Ghoul, and then Spider Side shows up.
Mm.
Oh, you guys are talking about Tokyo Ghoul.
76 years old
I
in human years.
He was talking to that Bad Ankle Bill guy the other day, and they were talking about art, and I muted myself because I didn't really want to talk, and I just knew when Spider Side was like, "Can you give me an opinion on this art?" And I knew where he was gonna go for. It went Transformers, and then he's like, "Okay, I have a different series," and who would have guessed the other two are Tokyo Ghoul and Attack on Titan? I like how consistent he is because he likes to talk about it. I know he does, but I like to tease him about it because he gets upset, and it's funny as fuck. Oh, Spoilersoid. He's a nice guy. I can't wait for him to start a YouTube channel. Koala Side. That's gonna be great.
Kohala.
Koala Side channel. Are you gonna watch? I'm gonna watch his videos. His first video would be a breakdown on Attack on Titan, Tokyo Ghoul, and Transformers. And
I'm gonna
be
do some theory craft videos on Attack on Titan where I'm just like, I have a theory that Titans are very tall.
Have you considered that the people aren't just really small? Someone
Ooh,
showed
that would
me
be
that.
the plot twist.
Somebody showed. Have you seen this YouTuber? He's like a cooking YouTuber, but he makes tiny food.
Yeah, he like uses like the little baby stove to make baby
Yeah,
cheesecake.
I brought that up, and he
Yeah.
was just like, this guy was like, oh, you're watching that guy who's making tiny foods. Like, have you considered he's just really big? These are normal size stuff. Is the giant, and that's just how he makes his money.
You
That's what
know,
he could do.
I tried to ask Spider Side about the Attack on Titan lore, and he was like, "No, but I could tell you they know this and this. I guess you'll just have to watch it." And
Yeah,
I'm just
I was
like,
gonna say he
"Motherfucker."
he he won't tell you because he doesn't want to spoil it because he really wants people to do it. Oh, spoiled
I was like, I'll be like Tempest and just look it up on YouTube or on Wikipedia.
I'll probably finish Tokyo Ghoul. I don't really care for Attack on Titan. Tokyo Ghoul I'd rather read. I find it way more interesting. Plus the main character isn't as annoying. Personal opinion at least. Let me look at your list, Duke. He says Doflamingo, Lucci, Blackbeard, Crocodile. Yeah, but I don't like what they did with Doflamingo in Dressrosa, Duke. We'll have to have a chat about that at some point. That's a good conversation.
What's the Legion movie? Is that the one where the guy fights the demons or angels?
I think so. I like that movie. I like when the old lady like calls that pregnant chick a cunt. Like
I
throws the
barely
steak at
remembered.
her.
I remember the Ice Cream Man because we used to show part of it at one of my old jobs.
I like that movie.
It was interesting. I really
Just the right kind of weird.
I find the I think Christian like lore is really cool.
Oh, I love it, dude.
They have
I
a lot
love
of fucking they
theology
have a
and
lot of
stuff.
really sick shit in there. Like we were
Yeah,
talking
it's
yesterday
pretty
when
wild.
I was talking about Egyptian
Gabriel
lore when we were talking about Sphinx.
casting Satan out of heaven.
Yeah, there's a bunch of badass stuff in there, and like all the dudes. It's like, yeah, what's their weapon choice? Is flaming swords. Super cool.
Legion, I
The
remember at the time I kind of wrote off because I was like, oh, this just looks like Demon Knight and the Matrix. Maybe I should revisit it.
That does
the
look cool.
Noah movie. What's your
Oh,
opinion
are
on
you
that?
telling me there's gonna be a new Blu-ray review? Well, that's gonna be till
There's
next month.
always
You should do
till next
Noah.
time.
Russell
I don't have
Crowe's
that
at
on
the top of
Blu-ray.
his game. I do. I could send you it
Yes.
on Blu-ray. Wow.
Was Noah the newer one? Because wasn't there that? I think that had to be the one I was
And
thinking of.
Jennifer Connelly in it. Legion is a new movie too, and it's
No, Legion's older. Legion's like
it's older than.
like 2008 or something. Maybe.
Have you watched
Is that the one?
Priest?
It got a
Maybe
TV
that's what I'm
show
thinking of.
Have you ever? You know, that's a
Yes.
those are two movies we could watch that you wouldn't know, that I don't think people would really get. Is Priest and Edge of Tomorrow are both based off of manga.
Priest is based off a manga.
Yeah, it's based off of manga called Priest.
I knew Edge of Tomorrow was.
Preacher is being turned into a television show.
Or
It's already a
or a
television show.
manhwa. I think it's Korean.
But that's not a manga though, right?
What is?
Preacher.
Priest? Preacher?
don't
No, it's a comic book.
Think so.
Okay.
Yeah, Preacher is a
So
manhwa, but
it's
I
a
think you could count.
gaijin ass comic book.
I don't know, Duke. I think that he went from like being a really cool like Joker kind of like crazy fun villain to he kind of like I just saw him he kind of became like a crybaby. And like he was all salty that he didn't get his way all the time and he threw like tantrums and shit. And I think Oda lost a lot of the cool stuff he built up in part 1 and part 2. And that's why time skip One Piece has really salted me in a lot of ways. But I don't know. Maybe they'll change stuff. I still like Crocodile though. He's still pretty consistently cool. Uh, yeah. Oda does really good
I'll be
environment
right back.
design.
Popeye's done.
Oh, nice. Oda does a lot of really cool level design with a lot of the islands and the environments. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of his characters though. He did good with like Whitebeard, and I think Blackbeard has a lot of potential as a villain. But I don't know. I just don't really like a lot of what he does character-wise personally. And I'm a huge character kind of guy.
You're a character kind of character.
I'm a character kind of character, you know? You know what I mean, guy over here? I think you know what I mean, guy over here.
Oh, buddy.
I think I know what you are saying. Oh, full custom dog, you dog.
So Priest was a manga.
Yeah, you didn't know that? Oh,
No clue.
I think it's manhwa because it's like Chinese or something.
That's weird. I would have suspected that.
It's good though. It's pretty fun. I want them. Well, they're talking about making a One Punch Man live action movie, which is one of those.
In
One of the,
America?
yeah, it's one of those ones that might not be. It might be good just based off the fact that it doesn't. It wouldn't look too silly. It wouldn't look
It'd be
too.
cool.
It wouldn't look too silly translated into a movie. And a lot of it is
Yeah.
comedic, so it wouldn't look as goofy in like fighting ways. And it's just like cool laser beams and martial arts.
Right.
I think it would look all right, and it'd be cool. Wait 1 second. It depends on what they would do. I've heard rumors about a live action Pokemon movie, which would probably be awful.
No, they're doing the Detective Pikachu movie or something crazy with Ryan Reynolds. I'm not even joking.
No, I know
There's
that, but I
pictures.
mean like they were
There's
like
pictures
talking.
from the set.
Oh, I know that. I know that that's
Oh.
happening. But that's gonna. I think that'll be more of like it's gonna be like a crime solve movie with Pikachu involved, and I think
Right.
that'll be funny. But I mean like an actual like Pokemon movie with fucking need to go hunt down Team Rocket.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how good that would translate.
Yeah, what are you saying, Andre? Let me read what you said. What are you talking about? Hang on. I ran across a form that determined that Naruto would lose against Mai from My Hime. I don't know anything about My Hime. Well, Chakra does it. Chakra would be fine. Hang on. Yeah, I agree. The time skip has been on the decline. Sometimes I swear I used to like Luffy a lot and thought his character was about to find. Oh no, you didn't see that, Duke? Oda said that he doesn't plan on developing the characters personality-wise. He says that they're fine the way they are after introduction. I'm like, dude, you've been doing this for 20 years. I don't think he understands people get tired of characters if they're the exact fucking same forever. But his fan base is so
Luke Skywalker.
yeah. Don't pull a Luke. I mean, that was like a drastic, made no sense change. But I don't want to talk about Star Wars because poor hot dog will implode.
I don't want to talk about
But I don't want to talk about the boat movie.
it.
Who do you think I'm
Yay!
Vortex? Well, I don't know anything about the dude. I don't know any
Whoa.
deep stuff about One Piece lore that maybe would make sense if I knew it. I always say he's that Castella Pokemon because he looks like him. At least the silhouette does.
You said One Piece, and here comes Gwalt. No swimsuits.
Oh, yeah.
Ha ha ha. Now,
There's a
what
lot
if
of
that swimsuit
One
was
Piece
a
hentai.
monster girl?
There's lots of
Hey
One Piece
there.
hentai.
Also, really quick, let me give a quick shout out. Everyone here that hasn't checked it out yet, check out Full Custom Hot Dogs YouTube videos and channel. He does great movie reviews. We do collab videos once a week with manga and anime adapted live action movies. I'm gonna put his description and there's a link in the description as well. I'm gonna put it in the chat, or you can check him out on Twitter at Full Custom Hot Dog without the last O, because that is just too long for Twitter. There you go.
Damn.
Yeah, I would shill for Gwalter here, but he's like, I'm not gonna make videos ever.
No,
Also,
I will
Mike,
make videos.
also Mike,
but-
also Mike Parletti. If you ever like, man, I want to watch some guy play pinball while hearing really fucking weird stream conversations. Check Mike out. The
That's
dark.
what it's turned into.
That's
Yeah.
what we talked about.
pretty
We were
much.
like, we referred to them as the dark pinball streams.
That's great.
Check out Mike Parletti. He does cool pinball videos, but also ones where we talk about dirty stuff.
It's mature only, so all you youngins need to ask for permission.
I'll check it out, Andres. I'll pull up the I'll pull up that Mango real quick and then put it on a tab and check it out after the stream. Let me see. Oh, it doesn't have it on this. Is it? Hang on. Let me Google it
How do
up.
you categorize your videos? Are you entertainment? Let me look here.
Me?
Yeah. I remember I had mine in the wrong category, that's for sure.
How do you wait? How do you put them in
Yeah,
categories?
Tug does entertainment, yeah.
I don't even know how to put them in categories. How do you do that?
Get on your computer,
I mean,
and when you go
I'm
edit,
already in there. Video
Alright.
manager? Or we're
Yeah.
learning stuff midstream.
Hold on. Mercenary asked what the worst film in the Tremor series is.
None of them. They're all great.
I love them.
I wouldn't know. I haven't actually seen Tremors.
Oh, dude.
No.
Kevin Bacon.
None of them?
I found the ass end. That was a great fucking movie, dude.
wait,
The first one
who
is
hasn't seen that?
amazing.
Matanui has
Hell
never
yeah.
seen Tremors. Also, where do I do? Where do I go
Just
to?
watch
Categories.
that one and don't watch the rest of them.
Well, I went to
Watch the first. I don't know. They're still fun. They just kind of get progressively less good.
I'll look it up later.
I like the
We'll talk
second
about
They
it
aired
later.
on Sci-Fi for a while.
Yeah, like crazy.
Hot dog, you're at 95 sub now. Oh, you're almost at
I
100.
know. I just saw Duke
And again,
subscribe to me.
Nice,
Thanks, man.
nice. Yeah, Hot Dog does really good videos.
there's
Especially check
been
out his Mandy
really
review. That is the
stupid
best
shit
one.
on site.
God damn it.
The Mandy
Man-
review, give it a thumbs up. Talk about Panos Cosmatos and the Cheddar Goblin.
Like,
Oh,
serious.
which one is
Hey,
better,
man.
Andres? I'll check it out. Which one of those is better?
If I wasn't watching sci-fi sci-fi, like seriously, I was watching sci-fi during October once, and they aired Jennifer's Body, which is a really fucking stupid movie. It's one of the dumbest horror
It's a
movies I've
stroke
ever seen.
movie, dude.
It
I
was
mean,
a.
it's almost good.
It was
I
some.
I,
It was,
I want to like it.
I mean, it was some
It's
director who was like, "How can I get to how can I fuck what's
an
her
hour
what's
and
her
a half,
name?
minute, 2 hours of
What's her
let's try and
name?
make Megan Fox scary.
Amanda Siegfried and Megan Fox.
Megan Fox. It was somebody's like, "How can I get to fuck Megan Fox?" I know. I'll say I'm doing a movie and then give her a spot.
I'll say I'm doing a movie.
And then when she followed up, it was
Infamously written by Diablo Cody, who
yeah.
people
Also,
hated for a while.
yeah, Duke. Also, Duke. What's funny is Oda also said he doesn't like drawing fights. And if you something I noticed after the time skip is there's like barely any fights every arc. It's just you get like one fight and then like a bunch of small skirmishes that you constantly getting small scenes from every like 2 chapters. It'll cut away, come back like chapter 2 later, and you'll get like a page of them fighting, and it'll come back again. Oda's lost his way. It's a shame. Ha ha ha. Oh,
Tee-hee-hee.
T. I made a new GIF I'm gonna use actually. What do you guys think about this GIF? I'm gonna post it in voice context. I'm wondering
Red Dead
I'm wondering all the
Redemption.
things that I could do with this.
Oh my god,
I'm wondering what I could do with that. I think it'll be useful.
that is wonderful.
Wonder if I should put it. I'm gonna try and put it in my stream.
What?
Do you like it?
Good job.
Thanks. I didn't even play joke.
Finally.
I went PP
I'd
and
be the
nobody's
guy
joke.
in the tie back there, like, what's going on here?
I'm gonna put it in my stream and see if people like it. I had a one of the pictures that I was using in my thing was just a butt, but now I have to I gotta deter away from it and figure out if I'll ever get to see that butt again. Hang on,
Full
where's
custom dog coming at you.
full
with a
custom
bad
with
angle
another
wheel.
full custom hot dog? Oh no, I can't save this GIF. That's gay. Oh, that's fine. I'll use it at some point and people get it. Whatevers. I'll just leave the butt picture. I'm gonna flash it really quick for the stream though. Not my butt
Oh boy.
though. Teehee.
This isn't a butt reveal at 500. Come on, man. What are
500,
you
yeah,
doing?
500 butt reveal, right?
Yeah, dude.
Who's
That's
butt?
every other anime manga channel's doing.
Yeah, or butt, right? Golly.
There we go. Now it's unmuted.
Hello. Welcome to the Rack stream.
Hello. Rack stream. Are you actually streaming this?
Yeah, I stream.
Oh, cool.
I stream all the time. Just talking about movies and mangoes and animus and superhero ooze and film ooze. Full custom dog ooze. What time is that?
Yep.
How long have I been streaming for? 2.5 hours?
2.5 hours.
Jesus, I'll end it probably at like 3. I thought it'd been like an hour and a half.
I got a 12-hour Twitter ban for posting that sexy picture of General Zaid.
Uh-oh. That's naughty.
Wait,
How
you
did
got
you-
banned?
Yeah, I tweeted at I didn't tweet at her, but I tagged her in it because somebody was talking about old Brianna Wu, and I was
Ew.
like, one, is she even still relevant anymore? Like, and she's not gonna rebrand herself as anything other than miserable broad. Well, apparently, calling someone irrelevant and a miserable broad is hate speech nowadays. So, yeah, if you're listening to the stream, go to Bad Ankle Bill on Twitter and share the beautiful, sexy picture of General Zaid that I posted. And
Hey, put that on voice context chat. Post that pic there. I want to see this.
Oh, golly.
I've been banned off Twitter like 3 times already, dude, for hate speech and all sorts of other stupid shit that doesn't make any sense.
Vortex, I haven't seen Golden Kamui yet.
Hey there. Umbrella shirt is out. Umbrella
shirt.
t-shirts.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm about to check that out.
Oh
He's
God,
pretty
that's what you
good.
got banned for?
That, but I know that they were both anti-Gamergate, so I'm sure they're friendly, and I'm sure that like somebody got their feels hurt and decided to go through my recent interactions with the groundhogs and see if they could find anything they could report. I'm sure they reported a bunch of stuff, but you know what I mean. That's the only one that stuck apparently.
Oh wow,
'Cause I would
that's
actually try
funny.
to be civil with them, but you know what I mean. I didn't know that miserable broad was hate speech. I guess that we can't say anything nowadays. I'll just have to tighten my ship and choose my words more carefully. But I am a precise surgeon with words anyway, so it'll just challenge me.
Yeah,
Same here.
I don't really. I don't really. I have a Twitter, but I don't use it.
I make up my own words that they can definitely understand because, like, if you say retard on Twitter, that apparently also is hate speech. But if you're talking to a feminist retard, I just say femtard, and they get the idea.
Oh,
Yeah, you're a fellow grammar communist. I like making up mine. My favorite now is feminisant. For a while, I was a exceptional trans-dimensional feminism for about a
Oh,
week.
oh golly.
After I
Okay,
after I
Curry.
took mushrooms, I let my roommate do makeup on me because she's really good at it, and I looked so
Ha ha
pretty.
ha.
We went out and we recorded the whole thing. I got to edit the video together, but I got so many goddamn things on my plate right now.
Gee willikers. It's
Uh,
crazy. It's
Most I've
crazy.
ever. Most. I think the longest conversation I've ever had on Twitter was probably with, for some reason, with Insomniac Games.
Golly.
Your mic sucks. Get a better mic.
Damn.
That
It's
might
an
help.
it's a necessary
Accident.
evil for the mother of invention because I have to use it to promote my work. So
Not you.
Please don't
Meta.
Matanui. This week,
Accidentally went on a date with a feminist once.
no, I didn't mean the mic. I meant Twitter. It's a necessary evil for the mother of invention.
Ah,
Gwalter, this week I hope that you watch I hope you watch Goblin Slayer with me. We're gonna set it up. We're gonna watch it as a crew.
sounds good. Let me know. I'm there.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'm all about that. We can
Gonna
invite Major too and fucking have a goddamn
full custom can be a fully custom Goblin dog, I think.
fully
Goblin and
custom
Goblin.
You're Goblin the Goblin?
Come on now.
That's a good OTP.
For lack of a better title, you've seen Don Machi, right?
Seeing what?
It's called, well, the translation is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon?
Oh, I hate that name so much. It's just so annoying to say.
Yeah, I
I would
agree.
just
The
call it
naming
Dungeon.
is bad.
Yeah, I've seen it.
What'd you
I'm a
think
little
about
bit
that?
behind. It's all right. I don't think a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people say a lot of bad things about it. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's just kind of all right. But
It's not bad.
yeah.
It's great. I thought it was funny. It like captures that MMO feel or whatever a little bit. It's like a different take, but it's total cheesecake, and I love the fucking fan service in it. It is some of the most tastefully high class fan service you could ask out of an anime. So fucking have fun with that. It's great.
I just like seeing all the different mythos gods in it. I thought that was cool.
Hell yeah.
Mythos.
Yeah,
Hell
sorry,
yeah.
Mentos.
The fresh maker.
Why do I find this stretchy mushroom?
I don't know. I think somebody's trying to increase their dick size. Is that what that's about?
That's
I
actually
don't think
one of the what is it? The fucking
Tokusatsu.
yeah, Tokusatsu. McFly's gonna show up. I'm the biggest Tokusatsu fan. How'd you get in
You
here?
got to do the noise. You got to do the laugh thing.
Oh, I can't
hack
do it.
in here.
There's that
Yeah.
that squill he made was even more annoying. Jesus.
His heart was in the right place. Pour one out.
I like the face I made him, or he made whenever fucking I gave him my pervy sage advice for beaches.
Like,
That was great.
He gets so like triggered. I don't know how to handle this. It got real awkward. You were awkwarding that poor boy.
No, it's funny shit. I was
It
trying
was
to trigger
funny
him.
shit. It was really funny. Great stuff. Great stuff. I'm looking forward to some of the animes coming out this week. I'm pretty amped. I hope they're good. I gotta find some new more
Mainly
stuff too.
Venom.
Yeah, Venom the anime is coming out this week. It's gonna be fantastic. I went
Live action anime.
Venom Chan. He's Watashi reported this.
It comes out tomorrow night, right?
I think so. I just can't wait for Tomba to have a million more things to meme. That's gonna be the best part of it all. I was telling you, Watashi reported this. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I don't know. I've heard good reviews and I've heard bad reviews, but I don't know.
I'm sure it's just okay.
The guy though that I talked to is like, I only heard good things. It is a guy I know that he liked The Last Jedi, so I was like, all right, I can't take your word for it.
Yeah, if he likes Last Jedi, I'm sorry, your opinion means less than nothing to me.
That's what I always bring up. Like, Last Jedi sucks so bad. The awful
I don't
movie.
know. I trust that J.J. Abrams might actually be able to steer the ship back if he's taking hold of the third film.
All he did was cover it last time. He didn't do anything new.
Yeah, and the fact Kathleen Kennedy's still in charge, I'm just like, yeah, I give up. I give up Star Wars. Just let him have it. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gone. We move on to greener pastures.
I'm the same way.
Let's
I'm just gonna
revive.
watch-
We already said this. We're gonna take all the Star Wars fans. We're going to Doom.
Yeah.
We're all gonna migrate to Doom. We're nerd
The video game?
refugees. The franchise. We're gonna bring back The Rock. This is the perfect time for him to come back.
Jesus Christ.
He didn't die at the end
No.
of Doom 1, and now he's gonna come back as the villain main character in Doom
I mean,
2.
he looks the
That's
same anyway, right?
He really does. It's weird. He hasn't aged. Actually, I think he's
That's what
gotten
happens when
stronger.
you take care of yourself.
I
Fix it,
liked
don't
him
try
in
to
the Scorpion King.
actively
Was
destroy
pretty cool.
yourself in a book like The Rock.
He's The Rock. I don't even think he's that old. Isn't he only like 45?
I've
Not
seen him in
that
some
old.
pretty good movies. Some pretty funny movies.
He's gonna be Black Adam soon. I hope it's
Is he
good.
really?
Yeah, you didn't know that? He's playing Black Adam.
That sounds perfect.
It's gonna be awesome. Originally, he was gonna be Shazam, but he asked to be Black Adam instead.
Yeah, him being Shazam would not have worked.
Well, because he said he's never played a black guy before, and he thought it would be interesting. You know, he's
There
a
you
real
go.
actor.
Are you sure? Hang on, let me look
I
back.
heard he.
Nope,
I heard
that's
he
Don't look it
correct.
up.
That's correct.
I heard.
Oh,
I heard
phew,
he
thank
almost
God.
beat the shit out of Vin Diesel on the set of one of the Fast and Furious movies.
Why?
Oh yeah, that's right. They had a rivalry.
Yeah, I heard he. I thought my money's on The Rock. I think The Rock would have fucked up Vin Diesel, to be honest.
Vin Diesel would have looked at him and said, "I'm Triple X2 Electric Boogaloo," and then The Rock would have said, "Well, guess what? I'm putting you in the hole and throwing away the hole." And then they
I
fought.
don't know what that is.
It's the ultimate quotes. I heard he even said this was some kind of Suicide Squad.
What the fuck?
That's actually who they're fighting in the next movie.
If I was Marvel, I would try to fit that line in all our movies just to poke fun at how dumb that was.
Is it some kind of Suicide Squad? He should have said Suicide Scouts or something really close, but not the same thing. And at the end, he's like, you know what? I think instead we're Suicide Squad. And then they all laughed, and then the camera froze.
So
And
At
it's
the
like,
end of
doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Ant-Man, they're like, we threw him in the dimension and then threw the dimension away.
So what is up with the DC like fucking live action movies? Are they just gone now? Do they-
No,
Right?
no, they're fixing them. They're
Kind
they're
of.
trying to fix them.
No.
I think with
Batman's in rehab and weighs like Ben Affleck gained a ton of weight.
I told
Nobody
you.
knows what's up with Henry Cavill.
No, I told you. This is what they need to do for Batman. They need to have fucking Bruce Wayne die within the first 5 minutes of the movie, and then just Lazarus pit him, and then they could have
What
some
does
younger
that do?
guy
He's
play.
still a chubby. He's still a thick. Oh, like a different
Yeah,
Batman.
he'll be because the Lazarus pit can make you younger, and then
I'm glad.
you just bring in some younger dude. Bring in Zac Efron. He'll be Bruce Wayne.
I'm glad that the Justice League movie and stuff are kind of doing that because of that twink bundle of sticks dude who plays the Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good actor though, man. He's normally good. Just off the camera, he's just fucking crazy.
Did you see his pics at Comic-Con?
Dude, I've seen too many interviews with that
the one
guy.
where he was Toadette.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
really bundle of sticks-ish.
Yes, kindling.
Um,
On fire even.
I would
Living
have
on bundle of sticks.
I would have Ben Affleck going to the Lazarus Pit, and then when he comes out, it's Tom Hardy, and they're like, "Bruce, you're back," and he goes, "Of course," and he just does all Bane quotes for the whole movie.
Oh, dude. I was at my parents' house during the hurricane. We watched that movie, the remake of the Three Stooges movie.
Yeah, I knew this was for you.
That is funny stuff, dude. That was great. My dad almost died when they were on the bell tower
Was
or
that
whatever.
good?
Jesus,
Yeah, it was
You're gonna have to
funny.
do
I
a
heard it
Blu-ray
was
review.
better than everyone expected.
it was way better than I expected. But like, it's still like the cast of Mad TV, so you know what I mean.
Sophia Vergara is in it. She's like, oh, my acting.
I think I'm gonna wrap up my stream. If anybody in the chat still has any questions, just
Oh,
ask.
really? You don't
ask 'em
think your
away.
chat's into the idea of talking about the Three Stooges live action movie?
No, it's been almost 3 hours. I want to wrap up. And it's kind of quelled down. I got everything out that I wanted to talk about pretty early on.
Well,
I don't know.
my
I don't know.
custom pot pie turned out like gangsta.
Hell yeah.
Would I like to see a fairy tale live action movie? No, I wouldn't. It would probably look silly. I don't live action movies. I don't want there to be any live action movie of an anime or manga that wouldn't look good live action. Like Berserk would look good. I love Yu-Gi-Oh, but a Yu-Gi-Oh live action movie would look stupid.
There is so much fairy tale hentai out there.
I know there is.
Beyblade's live action would be pretty wicked.
Beyblade's hentai.
Beyblade's hentai.
Ooh.
I'm gonna
Beyblade
look that up
Beyblades.
Pops.
That's Beyblades.
It's Beyblades. Thank you very much. Oh, I didn't see it, Andres. Let me scroll up.
Do any of you guys follow that BattleBots show or whatever?
No, it don't.
No.
I've watched every once in a while, but I don't follow it.
Yeah, I'll
Dude.
check it out, Andres. I
One
feel
of the
bad since I missed
judges
this question. I'm trying to find it.
is like this blatant pink-haired feminist. Like, it's just insane. I mean, don't get me wrong, the show's entertaining.
Oh, I missed a few things. Let me see. Would like to see. Would like to see from the characters in Black Clover time skip. I don't know. I haven't thought about post time skip yet. Let me see. Anime.
Osmosis Jones. Bring him
Osmosis,
back
yeah,
to the main
Osmosis
timeline
Jones.
of Black Clover.
Yeah. I don't. What questions did you ask, Andre? I'm looking at it. Oh, my question. Oh yeah. I'm gonna check out the animated dude. I already pulled up a tab. I'll check it after my stream. I'm gonna put up a video right after
Animated
this too.
dudes.
Animated dudes. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna call it good. Drop any comments in the comments section if you have anything you want to ask after the stream. Also check out Full Custom Hot Dog's YouTube channel or follow him on Full Custom Hot Dog on Twitter. But without the last one, because that is just too long for Twitter. So otherwise, also Rex here on Twitter. I don't have a good outro like he does.
Without the last O.
Yeah, without the last.
Just say
Remember-
without the last O.
Without the last Rax, because that is just too long for Twitter. Anyway,
I like
yeah,
how you said Jahamet. Like, is that like,
comments.
is that like jihad or Harambe?
Oh
Is
yeah,
that what you're thinking?
yeah. No, Andres, I said I pulled
like
up a tab. Don't worry.
Harambe.
Yeah, right. Andres, I pulled up a tab. Don't worry, man. I'm gonna watch the first episode before next week, and I'll tell you what I think. Anyway,
Andre.
There you go.
Karan Smay. Alright, I'll call it good. See you, everybody.